Welcome, everyone, to Novice DMing. My name is Liam McKinnon. I am your dungeon daddy, and here are my dungeon children here. Say hello, dungeon children.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm just leaning into it now. I can't fight this storm. I can't do it.
Just gotta navigate the water.
Exactly, just gotta navigate it. It's fine. Welcome, everybody. You might notice we just have one camera currently on right now for Kordell and Monika. That's because Sami is currently at an appointment and will be joining us in a little bit. So yeah, but we're gonna be able to get going around here, and yeah, you'll be seeing Sami walk on in the door at some point. So that's gonna be fun. But yes, so. In terms of, well, welcome, first of all, everybody who hasn't, who's been a part of this for the last little bit. We've been away for a little while because we had, what was it, like Easter, and then it was like just life tax season came up in Canada, so paid taxes, so voting happened. We voted, and yes. We are now in the one NDP district in a very blue province.
There's a little bit of the red.
There's a little red up,
the orange.
right up top.
Yeah, the cheese stands alone, as
yes.
my one friend said.
The cheese stands
because it's like the orange with the little red rind. It's the cheese.
Oh.
Yeah. Almost like the baby bells.
Yeah, like a baby bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very conservative. Very conservative here, and I'm like, but you know, it's good. If
you live in Alberta, you know it's always right.
You know what's going on.
You live and you breathe.
Yeah, and we found out that the person who was running for the conservative seat, for prime minister, lost his seat in his own riding and is now going to be moving to Alberta. To take the riding of someone who's stepping down.
Huh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I usually don't keep up with too many politics because I've given up on life.
I've been keeping up with politics because people have been asking me questions.
Oh yeah, nobody asks me questions because everybody usually just like, conservative, and I'm like, sure, buddy.
Yeah, and when people say that to me, and I'm like, yeah, but let's think about that.
No, I don't elaborate. I think we shouldn't talk.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. It actually got really good. I actually had a conversation with someone who was wondering about what was it, like, asked me a question. It's just like, what do you mean when you talk about like safety for transgender people? Because like that actually was something that they're like, they framed it as a question of just like, what are my gay friends and my trans friends voted conservative and they want to know this kind of thing. And I'm like, I think that what you're talking about is like, you're using this kind of thing as a shield to be like, I'm curious about this because I don't want to, ask a question that makes me feel uncomfortable. And they were asking, what do you mean by trans safety? And I was just like, oh, well, here's the history of like what I have been learning about myself in terms of like the rights of transgender people, why this is a fragile history, why like rights nowadays and why we see exposure, like a lot of it, it's like been completely erased for like a long time. And like it's been like a fight for social justice for a long time, and like kind of like bring back a whole history basically for them. And they were like, oh, okay. And it was just like, yeah, that was fine. And so yeah, now I'm doing a lot of that in my life now.
Understandable. When there are real billionaires trying to attack an entire community, safety probably is a good thing. Yeah, exactly. When you got a bunch of billionaires who are corrupting the system, Dungeon Daddy's here to take care of you. Yeah. Liam himself will fight not only Elon Musk, but also J.K. Rowling single-handedly.
Liam does not discriminate when it comes to...
I feel like if it was like an actual 1v1 with Elon Musk, I feel like Liam actually would win because Elon looks like he's just a sick Victorian child, and then just one little like push, he just like dive.
That's what happens when you mix super far-right like South African with very rich Canadian blood. You just become a sick Victorian child.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I've had a history of being bullied, and I know bullies well. And Elon Musk gives me the vibe very much of just like someone who, it's not even like the kind of jock bully you always think of. It's like the nerd bully, like of like all of this like kind of idealism, alt-right kind of stuff.
Trans daughter is completely destroying him on TikTok, talking about how bad he is at video games. That's the type of bully that he is.
Yeah, that's the kind of bully. Yeah, exactly.
I will admit though, for someone who's so wealthy, how did he go from like somewhat attractive before he gained his wealth to like have you seen him in his 20s? He's actually not that bad looking. And then but he's also kind of ugly because his soul's ugly. But you know what I mean? Like somebody, if you didn't know who they were, I'm like, oh, he's actually decently looking.
I've never looked at a photo of Elon Musk and say smash. Like I've never had that.
I don't have my phone on me.
I think like when you have 12 children with 7 to 8 different mistresses, ex-wives, go through that many divorces. I think eventually you start to kind of let yourself go because, you know, you get that incel vibe that he definitely has. And you're like, it's not my fault.
I thought you were going to say, he's just so worn out, man. You know?
No. So much money, and he looks like that is just fucking wild.
Yeah, same with Trump.
Yeah.
Also, did you hear about how they said that I think I said it with the guys. Apparently on his health, like his latest like health checkup or whatever, he only has 4% body fat.
What? No.
No, it says other, and it's obviously a lie, but like he lied about it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the man
that's
who has
insane. That's insane.
Like,
no.
A lot of Olympians don't have 4% body fat.
It makes sense because he got his thing done by the man running health, who's the guy who has half his brain eaten by a worm. That's what happened.
He's got a worm in his brain. He's got a worm in his brain. Oh, I see your diagnosis. You've got a worm in his brain. Yeah, exactly. You know who doesn't have a worm in his brain? Dungeon Daddy. He's
that
just...
we know of.
That we know of. It could be the worm talking.
Oh, God. Yeah, exactly. So, announcements. In terms of announcements for the game, let's see. Yeah, it's been a crazy little while. I don't have anything major. I've had a lot of performance stuff that's been happening, which has been great. I am going to be performing at the end of May for YEG D&D as an NPC for our improv D&D format at the Grindstone Theater. I think the date, I'm trying to remember exactly. It's the 10th this week, and then I was just trying to think. Oh, I think it's the 24th. The 24th of May is when I'm performing at the Grindstone. So if there's any Edmontonians who are watching our Edmonton vampire game, come see it. I did the little hands thing. If you're gonna come see it, come see it. So it's a little itty bitty. Just a little show. It's a little show, and I'm very proud of it. So come see it. This is, just come see it.
It's like a gay Trump.
I really wish that was Trump's vibe. Come on, come see it. I'd be like, oh, he's doing his best. He's being a little racist is what he's being, you little adorable boy. You being a little racist, don't you?
You're going to have like 2 Cybertruck owners in the comments being like, how dare you?
I saw a Cybertruck in the outside of the city for like a few weeks ago.
Oh, there's one in the city.
Yeah, I saw it too. Yeah,
and literally
straight
what
up.
came out of my mouth was, what the fuck, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And I was driving and I was like, huh, like it was a jump scare. I'm like, that's so ugly.
It was a jump scare for me too. We were driving at night from McKinnon, like going downtown because my brother was in a show, and I saw it and we drove by. I was like, is that a Cybertruck? Yeah. It was terrifying.
It's crazy because
it's like seeing a tiger in the wild. Lily's tigers are beautiful.
Except Tesla started making the ideas for the car when the PlayStation 1 was out. And we're like, that's the car I want, and never upgraded the graphics.
They never upgraded the graphics. That's
what happened.
Oh my God.
Wow. But other than that, I don't think I have any other major announcements. I don't know if you guys are doing... I don't know if you're doing a show, Kordell, or anything like that. Yeah. No? Okay, fantastic.
I don't really do much, so...
Rock on.
One day we'll still get Monika to change her last name to Gold, so this works, but we're still working on that.
We're still working on it. You can call me whatever you want.
Golden Gun.
Golden Gun.
Then you're James Bond.
Yeah, the Golden Gun.
Such a good movie. So with that in the way, with that, when Liam lets the subliminals come through, slurp,
and
Buble, great. No, Buble. Get yours.
Did you write King Corso instead of Cane Corso?
Is it not King Corso?
No, it's Cane, like a Cane Corso.
Then yes, I did.
Or like the Canaanites.
Or they call them Canny, but it's Canny.
Oh, okay, yeah, I wrote King Corso.
Yeah, sorry.
I even said that too. Yeah.
Yeah, King
because
Corso.
it's vampire. Should you write King Corso with a K?
That's good. I like that. I like that. Okay, so then before we go into the game then and do a full recap, let's talk about your guys' desires for this session.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's still figure out what the bastard wants. I think I'm just going to keep...
You're going to keep out, figure it out what Leo wants?
Yeah. Oh, that's his name. It's been a hot minute. My attention span...
It's been a month.
Yeah, mine only lasts about 2 weeks, and that's why we should keep having it every 2 weeks, because after that,
Well, I'm sorry I didn't make the calendar for people with Easter things.
Easter's on Easter Monday every year.
I didn't.
But it didn't. Yeah, I get it.
I made the schedule in February. I wasn't thinking about Jesus then.
I also love.
You should always be thinking about Jesus. He's in your heart.
I'm a very bad Christian. I'm sorry.
He's always in you and always with you.
Jesus is always in me and with me.
Easter Monday is always Easter Monday. It's like the one holiday that switches the day every year.
Yeah, what the hell?
No better. Also, like Mother's Day. It's the first Sunday every year, so it's also very similar.
That's fair.
Yeah, but at least it's Mondays.
Wait, the first Sunday every year?
Isn't it the first Sunday?
No.
No, for May, I meant.
No.
It's not?
No, because the first Sunday of May was yesterday.
That'll be second.
And that was Kordell's
Second.
birthday.
Sorry, second.
Yeah.
So second.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch you on this stuff. I'm not letting this slip by.
Why is he so
I missed Kordell's birthday. Happy birthday, Cordell, by the way.
Happy
That's another
birthday
amazing.
to you.
Happy birthday. It's not copyright. Or it is copyright.
So I wish a birthday to you.
So I missed his birthday already. I didn't celebrate May the 4th be with you day.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was busy. I was busy doing meditation. No, I wasn't. It was my play day. I'm lying. I'm lying.
You will get Mother's Day though. I believe.
That's true. I'll watch Star Wars on Mother's Day. I'm working Mother's Day because that's what we do.
That's what I do.
As servers. Rock on. So what the bastard wants, and then.
Yeah, I think. I'm not even sure because I know I was looking for a lead on the boy Keith.
Keith, yeah.
Which I still kind of am working on, but now I'm going to help Gertie with something.
Mm-hmm.
She called, so I guess figure out and like try to assist, build relationships with the caller. I think. That's actually,
okay.
Yeah.
You want to actually kind of work in with the actual caller itself. Interesting.
I won't let you get close. Those are my bitches.
And this is where player conflict comes in. I like this.
Fucking don't get close to my bitches. They're my bitches.
Literally, when I was last there, two of them actively were hitting on Declan.
I know. And I was like, be gone, God. We're mad at God.
To be fair, one of them hits on almost anyone who comes through that door, but...
Hey, when you know what you're good at, you never work a day in your life.
I mean, but your character is very hot, so...
Let me just be clear. Beverly is my absolute favorite member of the caller.
Beverly's great.
I love Beverly so much.
Beverly and what's
Roman?
Yeah, Roman.
Roman's nice. Joel and Beverly for me were like when I made them, I'm like, I love these two the second I see them.
Roman, Price.
Price is nice. I'm liking a lot of Price.
Price is nice.
The price is nice.
The price is right.
Let me tell you though, I really like Lux. Even though he's like...
I'm glad!
Yeah.
It's full canon in my head now that Price's grandfather's Bob Barker. That's my head canon for that.
I don't know where you came from for that one, but alright.
So he went from the States to Canada. Wait, is Price is right? It is...
Yeah, Bob Barker.
Yeah, he's from the US, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If in How I Met Your Mother he could be the father of Barney Stinson, he could be the grandfather of Price.
Are you saying Price's father is Barney Stinson?
Oh, don't give it away, guys! Don't give up the secrets.
How many women he slept with in that show? I found that it could be Price could possibly be his child.
Please.
Or his uncle. Wait, did Barney Stinson have any...
Yeah, he had a black brother.
No. Oh, he did have a brother.
Yeah.
It's been a while since...
Because Wayne Brady was his brother.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Bad ending. Great show.
And Drew Carey and Wayne Brady worked together. Drew Carey, the new guy in Price is Right.
Oh.
All comes together.
It all comes
Nice.
together.
Yeah.
Nice. With that all in mind, I think now we're going to get into today's session for yegVMP. Is that my dice tray that you guys just took over there?
I don't know why.
It's meant to be public for the front, Monika.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. It's not even obscuring your shit.
I thought it was.
Why did you take it? You just took it and moved it to the end of the table. Where am I supposed to roll my dice here?
In my defense, I thought it was hers, so that's why I pretended to throw it.
You came here early when I set up.
I know, but I didn't look at where she grabbed. She just handed it.
What is going on?
I will be
What's
honest,
this conspiracy?
For the viewers at home, I apologize. I forgot to take my ADHD meds. So there's like.
That's no excuse for taking my dice tray.
I didn't think it was.
I'm sympathetic to the fact that you need medication. Do not take my stuff.
I was organizing, and I was going to move stuff that way. Oh, sorry, that way. And then I didn't realize because I had more moves. That wasn't my only move.
That was just moving the pawn into place. She still had to move the knight.
Yeah. God, Liam.
Monika is always 7 moves ahead.
She was moving my
She's playing
tray.
the wrong game,
She's
7 moves ahead.
She's doing this just so Sami shows up on time.
She is.
This is all her subliminal.
She's playing chess. We're playing Catan,
I went and bought snacks for Sami to arrive on time. That's so funny.
I mean, I'm not purposely doing anything. I wasn't, but I swear to God I wasn't. I told you, I'm just very
Monika Gunn,
and
2025.
And now, and to help with that, Liam's now going to start the session for yegVMP. God, son of a! I have to get on that wagon. You know, I have to be a part of it.
All now, so now you have to join us, or else you're gonna.
Sami started. She's not even here. We're keeping it alive.
Yeah. Keeping her memory alive, just a little bit.
God damn. And with that, all right. So, when last we left off, we were on the early evening of Monday, October 28th, 2024 for you guys. We had a couple of things happening across the board for everybody. Declan, you were making some tremendous strides. Just in terms of like getting the initial like ground running for looking for Keith Martin, the son of Andrew Martin. Or Arnold? Andrew Martin,
Arnold.
Yeah. It's Arnold. God damn it. I knew there was an A. I knew it.
Andrew Martin is the former WWE wrestler known as Test, who passed away in 2008.
Okay, thank you very much. So Arnold Martin, thank you. Boy, howdy, am I glad I didn't make that mistake. You'd be like, wait, what? You'd be distracted.
Oh, dang, Test is his
What?
dad?
So Arnold, for Arnold Martin's son, he and his friend Lewis had withdrawn some money from their Lewis's parents' account to be able to buy some things. Yeah, Mildred and Gregory. There you go. Good for you. They were at Aurora's
Antiques.
At Aurora's Antiques. And the only reason they were able to see this was because Keith had made a purchase on his own personal card at the actual antique store. I kind of like thought about like maybe there was like some kind of werewolf activity or something regarding.
Yeah, they bought a lot of silver.
Yeah, they bought a lot of silver. Like they cleaned out the place. It wasn't a huge like area for silver, but it's like it would not be like I believe it was like $1,000 that they had withdrawn. It was like a lot. So you had gotten that lead for yourself. You'd also found that there was like this like card for like something called Witch Healer. And then you had then gone, I think you'd just gone, you texted Cass, kind of reaching out to her about the circumstances with both this Keith. You haven't heard back from Cass yet in a few days. You've seen her house, the lights be on at her house, but you haven't seen really any other kind of activity. With that... Yeah, you had then gone to see Penny Potts, like to go pick her up. Penny Potts had gone through a very interesting situation. She had gone through just regular clients that she has to take care of, having the mentality of like wanting to have a friend. But then an individual that came in named Dougie or Douglas Thorne had arrived for a session impromptu, and he was drunk. He was angry, kind of wandering and everything, not in a state where he was like aware fully of his own mind and devices. Yeah, drunk and disorderly is a very good way to say it. And Penny Potts gave him the definition of entitlement right to his face. My face felt that. And basically followed up immediately after telling Lena, her receptionist, to send in a report for Dougie's personal caretaker, or at least for like his I think it was the parole officer that was sent to, or just the individuals who were involved with his case, to let them know about her mistake and let them know exactly what she had done in this process. On top of that, she was, I believe it was like you, Gertie, had made a couple of phone calls. You made a phone call to Declan to contact him about the circumstances with your Elysium situation, like go to Elysium because you don't want to get anyone involved that's part of the collar, which you made very clear in your public, like, confrontation with Patty. So you contacted him to basically be a potential ride for you. I
told her one moment, and then I called Patty.
Then you had called Patty, and then you picked up. Penny. Yeah, there we go.
I called back and I said, "We're on our way," and then hung up.
Exactly. You haven't made friends with Patty yet.
Yeah.
But then you had picked up Penny, and you guys were driving, basically to go. I believe it was going to the drive and dive.
Yeah.
And then Gertie, you had a meeting with Beverly and Roman, who were kind of helping you get set up with concealed weapons. They were helping you get an outfit that didn't look too grungy, like something that could actually help you look presentable at Elysium. Like trying not to like draw attention to the gang or to the full club, but just wanting to give you some kind of new aesthetics and looks. And then
Still have to go to the mall though.
Yeah.
For one thing. That could be off the side.
Lux also came to the door and spoke to you as well. Just for a brief moment beforehand, just kind of like checking in and kind of like giving you like a look that you couldn't fully read, but there was like an element of like, oh, okay, there's something to this guy. Like there was something there that you would notice that Lux was kind of like, he was kind of giving you like some ground just to understand a little bit more about himself, which was like odd.
He's an odd man.
He was a very odd man.
Very granddaddy vibes. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then with that, you went to the drive and dive to meet up with Declan when they arrive. But you also got a phone call at the drive and dive. A phone call from a very familiar voice. Leonidas had called you and told you tomorrow evening, arrive at the location, and that he has a check ready for you.
I don't even know what okay.
And that is where we currently are. We will start with Declan as you are driving over to the drive and dive. I think you're just going right there. There's nothing that's going to be deterring you in terms of everything. You arrive, and it's still early in the evening, so business is kind of like, it's a Monday night, so it's not like a terribly busy evening. There's a couple people, like some truck drivers, like have been starting in the workdays thing. Not like the party crowd that you've seen here before. It's a very, like, it's kind of like the workaday folks who are just coming in for like a late night burger or just like some drinks, like just for an evening before they can go find like a motel or something before they keep driving across Calgary Trail and all that, or just driving through Edmonton in general. So you come on in. Dr. Potts is going to be with you as well, and you guys kind of come in. Gertie, what are you doing at this moment while you are at the in the restaurant? Like, is there anywhere in particular you're waiting for them? Do you got any kind of space set up?
Like in the drive and dive?
Yeah.
I probably see. This is why you gave me this. This is very fun.
Yeah.
I like this.
Exactly. Physical props are a very fun thing.
So, can I choose who's working, or do you want to choose who's working?
You can let me know because it's a Monday, so it's not going to be as many. It's usually just kind of like situational kind of stuff. But yeah, you can let me know if you can see some people working, or if there's some people that you really like to talk to them.
Yeah, honestly, Dee Dee is working, and I pretty much just tell her, like, hey, can you block off that one booth that has been turned into, like, the booth that we've all just keep, like, meeting at. And it's like now booth. And now I've kind of like claimed terror because it's always end up being that way, and I'm like, well, now that's our booth. That's how I'm going to like vision. It's like the third booth in by the window. You can still see, like, it's where you can literally see the entire bar, you know, that kind of vibe. Yeah, and so I'm like, put a reserve sign on that, but I'm at the bar still brewing and stewing with the fact that I was like, he's like, click, and I'm like, motherfucker, right? Like, this guy, I'm like upset. Obviously, I'm not, from what I can tell, I can't remember, I'm not allowed to have alcohol right now, right?
Well, the clubhouse was shot up. All the liquor was destroyed.
Because of your
humanity going down. Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have liquor.
You are, I believe so.
So
yeah.
I tell Andre, the bartender, and I'm just like, can you make me an extra Bloody Mary, which you already kind of knows. It's pretty much just like put blood in a glass.
Well, Andre is a human. Andre does not know the extent of the masquerade itself.
That's okay because he knows it's just like a special drink. He doesn't know what's in the special drink. Only certain people are allowed to have it. It's
there's like a pre-made mix for a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, and it's only for like certain club members that ask, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Exactly. So when I say for an extra Bloody Mary, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, he always finds it smells a little irony, but I like to tell him that I just like that taste, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's not, it just has an extra like kick of almost like a spinachy taste. He doesn't
Got it. So first of all, I need you to make a hunger roll. Like just a regular blood rouse. This is a rouse check, not a hunger roll. Rouse check, yeah.
So this one though?
Yeah, just anything on that. You just want a success.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so your hunger is going to go up by 1 because you feel as you are going to be opening up your blood to allow for yourself to be consuming any kind of thing that is taking in food. You also need to make a composure and stamina test right now, please.
Oh, okay. Stamina.
Composure plus stamina.
Oh, there's stamina.
Yep.
Okay. You love torturing me because I made you get us snacks.
That's what I needed to do. Composure plus stamina. It was all social, physical. Yeah.
No, it's just because like the veggie sticks. He ate all my veggie sticks that I left for Thursday. Yeah. So I said you gotta go get more, and so apparently telling your DM to get you the veggie sticks he ate.
And guess what? Dungeon Daddy got 2 packs of veggie sticks and gluten-free chips for when Sami shows up because he's a good dude.
That is a 2, 4, 5, but then it's I'm trying to remember now. Jesus fuck. Mm-hmm. There's a skull. There's 2 doubles and 1 single, and then a fail. Whatever the fuck that is. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's 5 successes.
That's exactly what I thought. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. With another bestial failure if you failed, but you succeeded. So you keep the Bloody Mary down. It's not because there's like not blood in it. It's because there's the other food mix that you have to keep down for yourself in order to like that is becoming work in and of itself. You feel your system working as you're like sipping through this straw of like this like blood infused like clamato mix, and you just feel it like heavy going down your throat. You have to gulp twice to actually keep it down. When you request the booth from Dee Dee, she's a 40-year-old server. She's like a rock star. She's an older woman. She's a little larger, short, but she's like the most loyal server that this place has ever had. She worked with this place when she was like 16 years old. Like before it was even like the drive and dive, when it was like over hands of its previous management before like Patty and everybody.
J, like trucker stock.
Exactly. She's been in this thing. She's been in the game for years, and she comes in. It's like absolutely, Gertie. You go on ahead and sit down. If you and your friends need anything, I'll take the order right now, but we won't bother you. And she heads on over just to kind of like get the booth all set up. She gets it made. And then Declan, you guys arrive here, seeing Gertie like sucking down a big. You had to like upgrade to a thicker straw just to get this thing, like a big milkshake straw, just to get this thing down.
I like a little bit of something else than just blood. That's all I gotta say about that.
Cool. That's a fun fact.
Yeah. And then Guy will, just walk straight over to Gertie and just kind of stand beside her at the bar. Right, so did you want to meet here? Did you want to go into the booth that we were in last time? Is there somewhere specific you wanted to talk?
Yeah, I got a booth reserved over there.
Alright.
You walk over and you see Dee Dee walk by. It's like, well, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Very wonderful. Just here to talk to Gertie.
All right, well, my name's Dee Dee. If you need any assistance with anything, you just let me know.
Absolutely.
Can I get you anything to drink?
I'm gonna look to Penny, because I don't know what her situation is, and be like, do you want anything?
I think I will order something in just a moment, thank you. I think I'm going to just take a second just to, feel out exactly what the rest of the group is feeling. And she looks at Dee Dee kind of, but then a little passively, and she's like, okay.
Alright, do you got just like bar nuts?
Oh, yes, I can get you.
Yeah,
yes,
you
I can
bring
get
us
you a
some
big
of
old
that for now.
tray of corn nuts for you, my dear.
Absolutely. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much,
got
Dee Dee.
You got it.
Yeah, and all.
Corn nuts.
Yeah, it looks fucking suspicious if you're having a meeting and you're just there with an empty fucking table.
I fucking do that all the time with the cigarettes.
Yeah, and everyone thinks you're really suspicious.
I fucking practically live here.
A man walked in not a week ago. What? How many days ago? Did Leonidas?
It was when Leonidas was here. I mean, I think it was like, it was just literally. It was literally yesterday.
Yesterday.
It was literally yesterday. He walked in.
Been since yesterday.
Yeah, because the morning he shot the what was it?
Shot.
No, it was like other people shot up the place
'cause
this
it was the
morning.
night,
Yeah,
and then he
that's
left,
right.
And then they came.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll be like, literally, not even 24 hours has gone by that a man walked into this bar for the first time ever, looked over, saw you, and walked specifically to you because you seemed suspicious sitting at a booth with nothing around you.
It wasn't because I was suspicious. It's because he was looking specifically for me.
Alright. Sure.
Blush of life check, please, to keep up this. Keep up the normalcy of humanity, basically, as you're eating food and everything.
Oh, I'm not even eating it.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm just having it because I know that bar nuts are the easiest thing to have at the table that people could then pour back into the nuts if they needed.
Okay.
You wouldn't fucking do that. We make it
Interesting.
You know what, like,
That's
you better
fine.
fucking have a couple. Don't waste.
Do you want a ride? Don't try to out-parent an actual parent.
Parent and for parent. So, apparently, right before you guys, arrived and everything, I got a little phone call from Tweedledee or whatever, or what's his fucking Fruit Loop?
Leonidas,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm starting to get how you talk. Very slowly. But I'm getting there.
Why do you need to learn how to talk? I just talk.
And that's the problem.
But ignore that because I need to ride. But apparently he said tomorrow night for me to make a call and a check will be waiting for me. And he fucking hung up on me.
Why is he giving you a check?
That's what I would
You know, the more and more that we talk, the more and more this Leonidas and his followers seem to be involved in things, the less I trust him, the less sense he makes. Like, you might be a bit of a bull in a china shop, but at least I have a good feeling that I know what I'm getting into when I talk to you. I don't understand what he's doing at all. I know that your number one thing is this place. The people here.
Yeah.
As long as they're safe, you're happy. But when it comes to this guy, I don't know about you, but I don't have a single clue as to what he could possibly want, why he's writing you checks, that you
You saying I'm not desirable?
No. Forgive me for saying it this way, and I hope you don't. I hope you realize this is me trying to be. Your Caesar there is a little strong. I see.
It's fine.
But you don't seem like the type to cash a type of check given by this guy. Again, unless it's to help out this place, the people that you're connected with.
You're not wrong.
So I don't know why he's even. Like, I got that from literally meeting you twice. I know you're stuck in your ways, which I've nothing wrong with. I'm stuck in my own ways. You care for the people you care about. You're not just going to go around doing something that someone asks you to for a check. So there has to be more to it. Just don't.
The only thing I know is I'm going to find out when I see him tomorrow. But he also told me I had to go alone. So I don't know how well he's going to really take me, taking you guys with me. You know? But
I guess we'll find out.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Any thoughts, Benny?
Well, I'm very curious as to why it is you wanted to get Declan involved in this in the first place. Because it does seem to me that the circumstances regarding this individual only stem to yourself. And so what I'm very curious about is knowing why it is you have requested Declan to be involved here. I'm just curious personally.
Oh, easy. He has a vehicle that's unmarked.
Not marked?
By the government. All the other vehicles that are like vampire safe are
She's
marked
basically
by the
saying
government.
that when it comes to the I'm never going to politics thing. The fancy bitches that
The bitches.
The you know what I'm trying to say. The ones that aren't anarchs.
Maybe I might know.
Yeah, the ones that,
Right.
There's anarchs. There's the ones that are more overseas.
It's like a conclave or something.
Yeah. Whatever
Something.
they're called. The fancy ones.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who are the barons and the princes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Have I'm assuming, database of vehicles that are marked to not allow certain things to get in, i.e. the rays of the UV kind. My son, my
No, I know what you mean. That seems a little more complicated than just knowing like which cars are designated for vampires and such.
No, but that's where her mind went. Is that because mine would have been technically registered in a completely other country. I came in, I never switched any paperwork, I never had to do anything like that. Mm-hmm. It was already built.
Do you think that there is a chance that if he participates in this event that it could mark the vehicle?
Oh, isn't he a private investigator? Isn't he always? There's potential for anything to happen.
I'm just saying that they would probably associate that vehicle as like kindred friendly then, or of note if that is the case.
I'm thinking basically what Penny's here saying is there's a difference between going out and picking flowers and thinking I might get stung by a bee versus shoving your hand into a bee's nest.
As long as you're not fucking rattling your hand around, you should be fine and won't get stung.
Have you ever seen a beehive?
Yeah.
Once you put your hand into a beehive, it doesn't matter how still your hand is or how much you rattle it around. You've already broken into the beehive. So she's saying, we go into there, yes, there's a small chance that things might not be seen. We could always try, depending on what you want, if you want/have reason for us to come with you, or if we ourselves have reason to try to go to Elysium for some other reason, we could always park a block away and try and walk the rest of the way so that the car's not actually seen. But it depends on the time of day, it depends on when he wants the meeting to happen.
Is it tomorrow night?
Night is the time where the sun's not up, so...
Yeah. Motherfuckers didn't even give me a time. What am I supposed to wait for him for like 3 hours if I have to?
That's how rich work. They believe anyone who's in that higher standing thinks that the world revolves around them. Their time is what dictates everyone else's time.
They'll basically have you like probably show, or you'll have to probably show up as early as possibly you could. And then essentially, is that
it is
the one and only Penny Potts, who I'm currently speaking for at this very moment?
Talking.
I'm currently Penny, you're interrupting Penny right now.
Camarilla, that's the fucking name of that I'm trying to think.
I was over here like, don't look at me. I don't fucking know jack shit from jack shit. I only know like 5 of us.
Penny Potts is currently talking is at the drive and dive. Hello.
So many goddamn questions.
Real quick, reverse.
Oh, I got it taken care of.
So basically, I think
it's right next to
Penny is saying when it comes to people like the Camarilla and the whole my car not being marked but could be marked is the difference between going out and picking flowers and maybe getting stung by a bee versus shoving your hand in a beehive and almost definitely getting stung by a bee. And
yes.
I think
I was
that's
saying if you don't rattle your hand around, you shouldn't be get stung no matter what. But apparently, I don't know beehives.
Well, and again, if you're already shoving your hand in a beehive, you've already done something that's going to agitate it.
Before we do that, hello, Sami. Good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and my main priority is to be as least disruptive as possible.
Wonderful. What is your desire for today's session?
My desire for today's session
to be as least disruptive.
to be as least disruptive as possible, and I'm just going to continue with my goals to work on the psychology paper and make a friend.
Great. The psychology paper being the reanimating the self, the exploration of kindred behavior,
cognition and attachment in pursuit of wellness and psychological integration, following the trauma of undeath.
Only 5
cognition and attachment. All right, 3 new words.
In 5 sessions, he'll have the entire title.
We got this. All right, so working on that as well as making a friend. I'll say the only thing I've made Penny say in this entire thing was basically waiting to order a drink to know what the vibes are of the table, and also inquiring about the about Declan. Why Gertie has inquired about Declan being involved in the this Elysium situation, and bringing up the situation of like the car not being marked and how there is a potential it could be marked as well as being involved in that, and thus bees. Also gluten-free chips.
Fantastic.
Because Liam doesn't just go and get veggie straws. Dungeon Daddy gets a honey Dijon gluten-free chips.
Thank you, Dungeon Daddy.
You're welcome, child.
Also, I'm drinking like a double Bloody Mary, but because my humanity's down, it's hard for me to swallow things. So the Clamato is hard, but I'm drinking the blood. So if you see me like trying to pound this back, that's why.
And I ordered beer nuts for the table, but I'm not eating them. They're just there because I feel bad going somewhere not ordering stuff.
But he doesn't feel bad about wasting them.
Dee Dee comes over and it's like, so can I get any of you anything at all? Anything?
I'll take a red wine. What's your fanciest vintage?
We have a Cabernet Sauvignon. A Cab Sav. We also have a Pinot Grigio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we keep that on ice.
Oh, excellent. I'm feeling red. Let's go for the cab salve.
Wonderful. All right.
I'll take one as well.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Are you going to drink it?
No, I'm gonna give it to her.
Do you want to make a perception check, or you like to be blind to this situation?
Yeah, let's make a perception
Sure.
check.
Wits and awareness.
Oh, perception check.
Okay, wits. 3 wits is what I got. Perception.
Awareness.
Oh, awareness. Yep. Awareness. I got 2 of those. Excellent. I'm rolling 5.
Fantastic.
And I've got 1 hunger. So. Okay, that is 3 3s and 2 6s.
All right, 2 successes. Okay. You watch as Dee Dee goes into the back area. She opens up a cabinet drawer. You see she grabs a wine glass. It's not kind of the nicest looking wine glasses and everything. It's like, okay. But yeah, they polish them up with kind of like a little rag. It's the kind of thing where it's like a full 5 ounces like to the top of the glass. Like it's one of those kinds of things.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
but that's 5 ounces that they got right inside that glass of a red. They got 2 of them. They present them to the table for you.
Fantastic.
If I just wanted to say, if you are going to actually drink it, roll a rouse check. If you're not, then you don't worry about it.
Perfect. Yeah, I think she's gonna actually drink it.
What if you arouse suspicion by not drinking it? Okay.
Good call.
Anyway, you see if you want to make a rouse check, you're welcome to.
Excellent. I will make a rouse check. That's just a straight dice roll.
Yeah.
Success.
It is a 5.
That's a failure, so your hunger goes up by 1.
Fantastic.
Alrighty. But you can still drink.
Join me in high hunger.
Hi, hunger.
All right.
What's your hunger?
Keep going.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
I'm actually happy for you, but you know, it was the first thing that came out of my mouth.
But
I'm actually happy. It's just the first thing that came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
but yeah, so basically I think the thing we could do is, depending on things, we could just drive up, lie, say we're your escort, say we're driving you there and that's it. Or...
But then they wouldn't let you come with me.
Well, that's true. I guess we could say we're just your escort. We were, you know, your babysitters in a way, without using those exact words.
But they said that I'm not allowed a babysitter. Not those words, but you know. We got a Penny. Any thoughts on how we're gonna, you know, convince them? I could always punch them, but I feel like that's not gonna work. I feel like Patty's not gonna be too happy about that one.
Well, here's the thing. The Camarilla wants something from you. So, we have to remember that you do have a particular position of power. I'm not saying that what we're doing is by any means safe. And if you get entangled with the Camarilla, you will have to inevitably deal with the Camarilla. And so I think the way that we actually stay the safest in this situation is by figuring out what or why the Camarilla has taken interest in you specifically, and maybe try to brainstorm what they might want from you. Because if we know what they want from you, we know what our leverage is.
Well, there's two facts that I know. One, Leonidas. The Leo dude. He first became interested in me when he couldn't control me.
Right.
And then the second one is when he just called me recently, as you have been told, but untold, but also told, that he wants to see me tomorrow night and he already has a check for me. So I don't know in what regards to, obviously to pay me for a job that I don't even know what is, but he said he'll have a check ready for me. Will you have the check ready for me where I go to meet him at Walmart? Or will he have a check to meet me at the place outside of Walmart? People keep telling me it's not at Walmart, so I'm gonna just assume it's not at Walmart. But yeah.
As you'd say, asylum.
Elysium, yeah.
Yes. She takes sort of a deep sip. The one and only time that I was at Elysium was because I needed to go there to request a boon of someone else.
A boon?
A favor. A job. Elysium is where the Camarilla gathers so that vampires can request favors from one another in exchange for great rewards. So it sounds like this Leonidas character has seen a skill set that you possess and wants this boon to be given to you in cash. Depending on how badly he wants your skill set and depending on what he wants it for, you might be able to request a different boon in return if there's something that you wanted more than money. And depending on how desperate and or reasonable this Leonidas character
Probably
is.
going to be the farmer.
Yes.
How well are you guys at negotiating stuff?
I would say this. One of us, an incredibly good talker, incredibly intelligent. The other one's really good at finding things. I'll let you figure out which is which.
I'm going to say finding because you're an investigator. Look at me
Oh,
going.
God, yeah.
So you're not to leave my side. Got it. I usually talk with my fists.
Understood.
And I'm supposed to, as you can see from my outfit, they stuck me in a blazer. I'm probably not going to stay in the blazer for very long. But they tried to doll me up. This is somewhat what my outfit's going to be tomorrow. So I'm not good with all of that, if you know what I mean. So if you could, do a little bit of the negotiate. I don't know what, so pretty great.
Penny keeps a straight face, but on the inside she's like, am I about to make a friend? But she keeps a straight face on the outside.
Is there anything else you need for your outfit? Or is this everything?
I don't want the blazer. I want to actually wear black cargo more pants, but I want to, apparently I need to look, you guys seen me how I looked before. I'm not less like that and more
Closer to this.
You look nice.
Not like the full way, but a bit more from where you were, more in the direction.
Yeah, you could see, I have my black shirt on, I'm not greasy. But I
did notice that.
Yeah, thank you. The blazer is kind of a lot. I keep going back to the blazer, and I really don't like the blazer, but I couldn't break Effie's heart. I couldn't break one of my friend's hearts, so I walked. She already punched me too, so I couldn't really.
What time is it roughly?
You guys are in October. You're dealing with. I mean, your clinic closes around I think it's 9 p.m. or 10 or 8 p.m. or something.
Yeah, 8 to 9.
Yeah, so we're dealing with coming close to 10 p.m. basically. Be yeah.
So there's no way I could do you got a non-blazered look? I mean, we're two different frames. I don't know if that's gonna work.
In Penny's mind, she's like, girls makeover night.
Can I try to insight Penny while this is happening?
I mean, this is a woman who's steel frame. Sure, just go ahead and make it insight, and if you're focusing, make it a resolve. If you're just casually, make it wits.
That is casual.
And I'm gonna say for you, it's just gonna be composure and
excellent.
Yeah, composure and subterfuge.
I'm oblivious. I am so oblivious. I'm over here
just rolling dice for both players. It's fun.
Yeah, right?
Good times at Ridgemont High.
I got 3 failures and 1 crit success.
That's one
I
success.
got 4 successes.
Okay.
Because I got 2 crits.
You can again. You are just seeing the tremendous of almost a wink nod kind of expression in the body. I mean, you can elaborate more on what it is, but I kind of like the idea of just like you're seeing this vampire who, again, as like.
I think it's also like, and I don't know if you feel this, but I feel like slowly, just because this is the most I feel that Penny for a long time has hung out with a vampire is Declan, because they keep hanging out, keep doing stuff, that he's like starting to get some of like almost not her full tells, but like starting to see like, all right, something's up here.
A person who feeds off of dying corpses and dying people, who's over 100 years old, is giddy. That's.
I think what you see physically is like a very like brief, quick, like maybe not even a quirk of the brows, but a definite like widening of the eye, like
yes,
maybe a bit of a quirk of the lip, like, but just like very brief, and she like takes a sip of wine to like kind of hide it. Yes, I don't know that I would have anything in particular, but I'm certain that if you'd like to come take a look, I would be happy.
I think usually too, to Doc, you know, she's got her ways of finding things. I think she could even, worst case scenario, probably find a place to order something for you for tomorrow.
Oh, there are these great online outlets, and they do the overnight delivery, just like boom, boom. It's so quick and easy. Yes.
Overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Online?
Yeah. Oh, it's so easy.
Alright, show me what you got.
Yes, of course. I would be happy to.
Alright, cool.
I think at this point, with the amount that she's drinking to try to cover up her quirk, Declan's going to switch the wine glasses and take the empty one, and I'm going to turn to the side, I'm going to pour my flask into the empty wine glass.
You got it. You will still have to roll, even with blood in it. You will have to do that.
Even just with just straight blood?
Because, unless you finish it, sure, yeah. If she finishes the glass and then you take
I'm
it,
waiting until she's like done.
Oh, done. Okay.
And I'm filling it with my
Gotcha.
flask
I
of
see what
blood.
you're doing. I see what you're doing. Perfect. It's a totally different kind of red. By the way, this just tastes like red. It's just, that's the note.
This is the flavor red.
Red flavor wine.
Like cardboard.
I
Fancy
picture in the back. Do you like went over? She's like, no one's ordered a red wine. She like puts like vodka and food coloring. She's like, good.
Dee Dee comes back to check in on all of you, make sure everybody's doing well. There is a moment, Gertie, I'll let you know that you notice a Dole kind of walking around the space, just kind of like casually walks in with a couple of just like, folks. Just like a couple of friends of his, like humans that he kind of associates with, and he is keeping kind of a look out on your table. But yeah, Dee Dee checks in. If there's nothing else that y'all need, I'll just, get you guys, get the bills for you.
Yeah, if you want to just push all in one bill.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, sweetheart. And just goes,
Oh, Declan, that's so kind of you. You didn't have to.
You gonna pay?
Yeah, you didn't have anything. You work here.
That's valid.
It's 2 glasses of wine, which, I'm not gonna lie, just smelling the remains of this, I don't think this is gonna be like a $70 glass of wine.
you get charged $12.
It is the best $6 wine you'll ever get.
Because it's like pull out just a 20 and
Perfect.
just put it in and just.
Hey, that's how she's been living this well for in the game for like 30 years. Dee Dee is a classic.
Yeah.
Great. So, as you guys kind of wrap up,
Yep.
is there anything that you guys go off to do?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna run to the loo for a second. I'll be back in a moment, and yeah, I'll head out, leave them alone, basically.
Sounds good.
So, so the online thing, like, how do you do that?
Oh, so I have an account. You shop online. You just enter your measurements, so you figure out your size, and then you just browse the selection. I have it on my computer at home. You should just come over to my place. Do you want to come over to my place? At some point. You don't have to. It's okay.
Sure. It should be fine. Yeah. I just like, where do you?
Two people who were definitely born after the internet became a thing, fully going to a 300-year-old person being like, So the internet. What's up with that?
What's up? What's happening?
I mean, I was around during the Industrial Revolution. I have learned how to adapt to changing technologies and social
Declan
life.
still doesn't understand LimeWire.
You had every single edition of the Apple when it came out for a PC computer.
I feel like that's
And
how
Microsoft.
you have the money you do. You invested in Apple when it first popped up.
You were like this.
Yeah.
It wasn't like enough where you're like a billionaire, but it was enough that you're like, I'm comfortable.
Hey,
for
you
the
could
rest of my
you could
life.
increase the trade anytime, you know?
Exactly. Sebastian converted a person who converted a person.
Who was really close friends with well, what's his name? Oh,
Steve Wojcicki or whatever.
yeah. I know exactly. I love the movie Steve Jobs, and I know this guy's name. Wozniak.
Wozniak, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, he was friends with Wozniak.
Yeah, the other Steve.
The other
Great.
That's my favorite movie, the other Steve.
While you guys are talking about this, Declan, as you were in the washroom, you feel a buzz on your phone. It's a text from Kaz saying, "Can we talk?"
I'm gonna quick text back to like, person or call?
Person.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be like, I'll think about the timing because no matter what, I know I'm taking Penny back, maybe Penny and Gertie. So I'll think about to get to there and then to go to Cassis from there. Maybe add 15 minutes
Okay.
to that and just text back like, be there on this time. See you soon. And send that, and then when I'm coming out of the washroom, I'm going to look at the conversation they're having with the internet. I'm going to wide berth go around, and head towards Dole.
Okay.
Oh no.
You have not met Dole before.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking that I would have seen her look over and him look back this way.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You make the approach on him. To simply even begin a conversation, I need you to make a charisma. Kind of a charisma. Let me just see here. I need you to make a charisma check. And I need you to choose the skill in which you're going to approach this on a social level. You pick the social skill that you want to approach.
I'm gonna try just going in like a persuasive manner, because genuinely the reason I want to go to him is I know how Gertie works. I want to know if there's anyone here who knows how she works better, and if there's anything that can help me make sure that she doesn't die tomorrow.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm actively trying to, like, this is straight up me actually being like, hey, so I want to help her out as much as I can.
Gotcha.
Kind of a
And I'm
vibe.
telling you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Got it.
That is 2 8s and a 10, so 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. So he's having a chat with these two people with him. As you kind of approach, there's kind of this moment where just inherently the conversation kind of gets a little muted because he's trying to keep it conversation. This is a big, broad-shouldered, big, heavy-built man, like strong, but like as everything kind of like goes silent, you kind of feel that weight that he carries in his body kind of turn and shift as he looks at you.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry for interrupting. I was just wondering if I could have a quick moment of your time, sir. It's in regards to a mutual friend of ours.
I mean, well, I'm right now in a conversation. Could you wait a couple minutes?
Absolutely, I can just sit at the bar for a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I'll go and I'll give enough of a berth so that they know, like, I'm not like, what are they talking about? Like, I'm actively going to go far enough away so they can finish the conversation and wait.
Got it. He kind of wraps up with everybody here. Then I would say, Gertie, you would notice as Dole kind of gets up and begins to walk over towards Declan at the bar space. He begins to make an approach over towards him. Dole just kind of sits down and is like, doesn't even really sit. He just kind of like leans on the bar towards you and he's like, is there any reason why you're interrupting me while I'm having a conversation with two friends?
Yes, I have a feeling that we have a mutual friend over in that booth over there. She is wanting my help with something, and I want to know whatever needs to be known to make sure that she makes it back unscathed in one piece. because I don't like when people get hurt on my watch. I don't like when people die on my watch. And I would not want anything to happen to her that should not happen to her.
Has anyone ever died or, gotten hurt on your watch before?
In these kinds of things, no. Wife died from disease, if you count that one.
Okay, well, I can just tell you our mutual friend's not going to probably have to worry too much about that. Mm-hmm. So maybe just keep doing what you're doing, and you should be fine. Right. Maybe even ask her what she's good at, because she's good at many things, friend.
I've asked her a few times, almost every time. She has a specific way of being lovable. I think you know exactly what that is.
There is a moment where he looks at Gertie, kind of just like gives a nod to you, just kind of like gesturing over towards Declan. Tell you what, biggest way to keep her from getting kind of hurt or anything, it's not her you got to worry about, it's everybody else around her.
That's kind of what I was wondering. Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
I think Gertie doesn't really kind of take on to, what's it called? Consequences, usually. So, yeah, just keep that in mind.
All right. Will do.
Yeah. Oh, if anything, what's your name, by the way?
Declan.
Declan. If anything does happen to her, she's put a lot into you right now. So I just want you to know, if anything does happen, don't come here again.
Understandable.
He's going to walk by. Walk away.
I'll make my way back to the booth.
Alrighty. Do you guys continue to talk about anything else, or are you guys going to be going over to Penny's?
I mean, Penny does have something to maybe broach, but whether it happens here or at home, is irrelevant kind of thing.
What about you, Gertie? Anything you need?
So, what's up in the door for?
Seemed like sweet guy. And my suspicions were correct. Very kind soul. I like getting to know people. Anyway, if you want to head home, you coming or?
Yeah, I'll follow on my bike.
Alright, sounds excellent. And I'll make my way out. Also, when I do, I'll leave another 5 on the table for Dee and make my way out.
Question.
Yes, answer.
It's only been 24 hours or 2 days. My bike's technically not complete.
Yeah, no.
Technically.
Yeah.
So do I borrow Lux's or do I use the shipmobile?
You're gonna have to use the shipmobile for right now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to go like the little kind of like little tryout bike that they got.
Can I do I know where Price is? Can I borrow his bike?
Do you want to take his bike?
I would never take my little brother. I would never take my little brother's bike.
He's a fledgling, so he doesn't have a designated bike specifically just for him.
He's slightly less shit machine.
He uses the shit bike. That's the thing. He doesn't have his own.
We're siblings borrowing a vehicle. Fuck off.
Well, yeah, exactly. They use these ones here. It's and they're just kind of standard bikes. They don't use they don't have a designated bike because they're not true members of the actual collar. They're fledgling members who are going to rise up in the ranks when they get a chance.
You could later choose where they end up.
Exactly. Yeah. Being nomad, or if they're gonna be as staying at the kennel.
Okay, I'll use a little putt thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
The server that I had the last time that I came in, what was her name?
Effie.
Effie, thank you.
EFFY.
She did a decent job, though.
She was what?
She did a decent job, but
for what?
For my outfit.
No, that was Beverly.
Beverly, I meant to say.
Yeah. No, I also met Beverly, which I remembered. It was Effie.
Right.
And Andre was the
Andre
bartender. Yeah. And he would definitely take
if
notes
you
of
want,
all the names.
I have a cheat sheet.
I know is that Declan is actively slowly making his way, figuring out the names of all the people.
It's probably
himself.
better because I'm still overwhelmed by all the names.
Yeah.
At least yours is a simple progression.
But yeah, so I think we'll get into the car and I'll start it up and I'll wait until shows up behind us. But while waiting for that, I think I'll just yeah, they seem very tight knit in there. The big one I was talking to before I come back to the table, not sure. I think that he might also be kindred. He seemed to know a lot about what Gertie's capable of. They're like family type in there. I was basically going to talk to him, make sure that she seems like a really nice person. She also seems roughly, both in strength and intelligence, a bag of bricks. And I would rather her get out of this all right. I feel like you're the same.
Yes, no, absolutely. Up until this point, I haven't gotten to know her very well. But it truly seems like a genuine, she seems like she genuinely is searching for assistance.
I do think that genuine is not the easiest way to describe her.
Genuine, yes.
I'll look in the rear view if I hear.
She's coming around with a putt.
Yeah, and be like, all right, we're off. And yeah, I'll put in drive and make my way.
Thank you for doing all the extra investigative work.
It's the thing that I'm good at. Always have been. Sadly, with our condition, always will be.
I feel that in my blood.
If we only had some.
And as you guys drive to drop off Penny, you putt behind.
Question.
Answer.
For him.
Okay.
What kind of, are you a very safe driver? Or are you like to speed a little bit?
Oh, knowing that you're following and seeing the bike that you took, definitely staying the speed limit, making sure that I'm not losing you at any point.
I'm over here pissed that you're driving slowly, but I totally get it. I'm
Yeah.
over here
also knowing that you have seen us a few times, but not because you have not said anything about it. Not knowing if you have any idea where Penny Potts lives.
Absolutely not.
And being like, if we lose her, we lose her. we will have to wait an hour, head back to the drive and dive, where she'll be there. She's like, help.
It's one of those moments with an NPC is if you lose them for too long, it kind of
Yeah.
restarts to the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Gertie was abandoned. Restart.
Yeah.
As you guys begin to drive, we're going to take our break right there, and we'll come back in a couple minutes. All right, so see you all in a moment. See, the pacing just needs a little bit faster for me, and then I'm down for it. You know?
No, you gotta do
I like it.
and then...
Like that?
Yeah,
It's
Basically,
like
what
bend
we do-
and snap, you
Yeah,
know?
what we do is we follow Sammy's lead.
Yeah, it's like a quarter rest. It's like note, quarter rest. So it's like
quarter.
do.
It's a quarter rest. Oh, that was like a quarter and a dot rest. Do. Which I kind of like. I kind of like a little syncopation. That's good.
Right?
Yes.
Friends don't let friends clap on 1 and 3.
No. Fantastic. I like how I'm doing this and immediately am I doing my job right now all of a sudden? Well, we are back. Before we begin though, I have a very big thing. There was one of the projects I was working on. I'm very proud of this one. I wanted to wait for Sami to be a part of this as well because it does concern you.
Concerning.
Now, this is not just for you, but you are the very first person to have been working on a project. I don't want you to have to just get a little dice for that. That's silly. That's absolutely ridiculous. So, for everybody that's going to be working on projects at this table for Novice DMing, because I gotta be damned if people ask me, what stuff do you get for the D&D campaigns? I'm not telling you! But we are going to be using this. So you are welcome to set this die over to the face of whatever one it is that you are going to currently at for yourself.
I'm at 8.
Yeah. Now, 1 second.
I know that's like a different part of it, but it's still. Oh my gosh, my lip balm.
Oh my gosh, my lid.
And there we go. So we got that. And then also, if another project comes up, because typically we usually have one project per person, but I also know players and stuff. You guys can be a little crazy. And also, I might need a project that's also like a community thing. Got a second one as well. So yeah, this one is also another one that I'll be using for other projects and such. And I do want to give a shout out because I want to get better at shouting out people that are like doing stuff like with my business. This was not with my business. This was a personal thing that I was like, I'm going to buy this. And this is from Chaos Emporium. I bought this off of Etsy. And it's basically they do like 3D design and laser cutting services. They have silicone stress balls, jewelry, cosplay props, 3D printable files, dice, pins, and jewelry as well, which is different from jewelry.
Yeah, because jewelry is the stuff that you'd be able to like.
Yeah,
chew
for
on.
sensory processing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. So thanks, Chaos Emporium. You're making.
Chaos Emporium for all your needs.
So check them out if you guys ever want to. It's chaos__emporium on social media, and then they got the website as well, chaosemporium.com. So yeah.
Is that a sponsor or not yet?
Emporium.
Is that a
For
sponsor?
all your chaotic needs.
Yeah.
When you wanna order something to disturb the order, Chaos Emporium.
I like how this is just becoming make some noise now where we're doing jingles. Okay, Monika, you go. Your turn. I'll be Sam in this case. So we got a submission there, we got it there. Do a jingle for Chaos Emporium.
Jingle, jingle. Chaos Emporium.
I'm going to give that point to Kordell. That's good.
Hey.
And with that...
I'd like to share my point with Sami.
Okay, sounds good. That's not how the game works, but this also isn't game changer. That's great. So, with that, we come back to you guys dropping off Penny and Gertie over at your house. And then, yeah, you will be able to drive off and be able to head back home. Well, absolutely. Let's describe what you see as you begin to approach. First of all, you are in the rich suburbs right now of Ambleside. You are, yeah, this is the swanky side of Edmonton.
So as we pull up, you kind of see it's a house, and it kind of backs onto like a treed area. It wouldn't be specifically a ravine, but this is the house that's kind of a little bit out of the way, a little bit on the corner. And it has really tall, sort of thin evergreen trees, almost making like a hedge row, like all around it. Not quite a hedge maze, but it's very tall and you really can't see inside. There's sort of a gray stone wall that like emerges from the like evergreen trees, and it's one of those houses that has like a gate to get into the driveway, so the gate, wrought iron gate, has to swing open. And it has like a loopy driveway.
That's what the Apple money gets you.
That is what a friend of Steve Wozniak can get you.
I feel like as we pull up, you probably like in your purse have a little like button that opens the gates.
It's on my phone now.
Yeah.
There's an app for that.
I think as I drop her off, I'm gonna like kind of look back at Gertie as I'm like kind of back up the car after she's out and just be like, also, I'm pretty sure that her place is haunted, so have fun.
So Penny's gonna click the button.
Mm-hmm.
The gate's gonna swing closed behind Kordell, and she's gonna turn
I'm Declan.
Declan.
Kordell's just loitering.
It's Kordell being loitering.
Hey, it's me, Kordell.
Walking home from Jubilations at 3 in the morning. From the south side.
Perfect.
LRT. But yeah, so Penny just turns to Gertie and is like, wonderful. Shall we go in?
Where do you want me to put my bike?
Oh, I have a garage, and she clicks another app button on her phone, and like this garage opens. The whole house is sort of like gray stone, and the garage is like dark like walnut, and it looks like it should like swing open like stable doors, but it does roll up and around. It's one of that.
Trick people.
Yeah, sneaky.
Nice.
Yeah, and the garage is like empty. There's like one very neatly organized tool shed that it's clear nobody uses.
For some reason I thought you were going to say there was a mascot.
You go inside, you see an unused tool area inside a garage. This is very, very upsetting. You heard the word haunted. There's no doubt about it.
It straight up looks like a place that is too clean because a serial killer.
You like turn on the light. It does that like kind of like fisheye lens focus, like out of that thing as you go around.
Right. All right. Nice place you got here. It's very, very nice.
Thank you.
Put my kickstand down to fully like put my helmet like on my bike. Be like, where to now? Inside? Where? Want to lead the way?
Yes, of course. Yes, we'll go in through the front.
I am a little on edge though. I will be. Like I'm trying to be like cool, calm, collected, but I'm like, am I about to? Is this where I get murdered? Like I'm very. But at the same time, I'm like, but it doesn't give me murdered vibes. It just gives me spooky vibes.
It'd be hilarious if you walked in there was just like a wall of stakes.
I'd be like, word up. Okay, your place is like practically a museum, so I'm like,
Yes.
word, okay. Oh, you like weapons? I like weapons too.
This is my wing of UV bullets.
This time, baby.
Let me show you the oven. So you go in through the front door.
And I say, you'll just need to give me a moment with the wards. And so we sort of walk into like a foyer type situation, and I just sort of motion to you to like stay still, and if you come any further, your brain might be exploded. It's set for kindred. And then you see me walk over to this like objet art on the wall. It's this little like, it looks just like a series of like concentric circles, like a very like Art Deco looking sort of like clock almost. And Penny walks over and she sort of like turns several of the circles. She moves some of them counterclockwise. She moves some of them exactly. It's like a big like Indiana Jones like
These like brass kind of.
yeah.
Then after that, she goes down to her normal security system. Beep boop, beep boop.
Okay, let's look at the internet.
So the World Wide Web.
So who have you pissed off or something?
Well, that's a long story.
Oh, so you have, cause yeah, there's no way that you. I mean, cool gadgets and stuff. It's just the fact that. Never mind. Never mind.
This is the boon that I received. When I went to Elysium, I received these from a Thin Blood alchemist. They ward against unwanted kindred. Yes.
Dope. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Feel free to cross the threshold now. It should be fine. I'm going to reset it. It holds the boundary.
So, like once you reset, I'm not allowed to leave until you.
Yes, if you're a kindred.
So, don't get me wrong. You're going to set this runes that only you know the passcode. Because like what would happen if like something happened to you or something and I had to go get help and it's like close behind us, like totally that purpose or whatever.
I suppose you do have a point. I actually don't entertain very much. I wasn't prepared for this.
So, I mean, you don't have to lock it behind us. It should be fine. I mean, like,
Penny considers, and she's kind of like, if anything were to happen to me when it's just you and me, it would be because you had done something.
But I'm over here coming not from that area. I don't want you locking me into this house with like someone I barely know. I'm like, I can't cross the threshold because my brain's gonna explode. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Totally.
Very reasonable statement of like, I don't know about that.
I don't really want to be
like,
locked.
She locks it. This is the one time for some reason the Second Inquisition shows up. It's like, get out!
We found you!
She doesn't lock it. It's the one time when Sebastian finds us with her and he's like, hello, my dog.
Happens to be walking by. We've never checked this random creepy house for no reason.
It's giving the vibe.
You know, every time I pass the house, it feels like it has like a ward on it. But today it feels different. What if we check it out? My cult of 20,000 people.
Who all moved from Boston.
You know what? Hey, yo, have you ever seen that house before? I don't think that I've ever seen this house before.
I don't know about
When I
that.
walk by, it's like the place is invisible, but for some reason it's visible. Why don't
Isn't
we
it
break...
crazy the amount of us Massachusettsans who have moved to Edmonton,
From Salem
Alberta?
and Boston. I'm gonna Dunkin' Donuts here. What the fuck?
They
They
just
gotta-
opened the new one.
I got a new one. Fucking right.
Fucking Krispy Kreme.
Get a Krispy Kreme glaze. That's all I need. I'm a play guy. Fuck you, Declan. Oh, you're Declan. Wait.
I'm Declan.
Yeah, wait. There's two Declans from Boston.
There could be more than one Declan.
That's
You
true.
can both be Declan.
Declan.
Yeah, and it makes
Well,
campaigns
that's
and
Tyler.
chronicles
That's
harder.
Tyler.
Yeah.
My
There's
next-
only one
Your
person
name's
with
in
one
Tyler.
name because everyone's like, wait, what?
my backup character
Global
also is named
reality.
Declan.
Spelled Tyler.
I stole that from
Pronounce
a, like,
Declan.
make some noise.
My name's Declan. How do you spell that? Tyler. What?
Pronounced
It's
Declan.
Irish.
It's Irish.
So you're in this house.
So I'm over here like, because like.
I think Penny has enough insight to, like, be able to spot when people are uncomfortable, and she kind of, like, it clicks in her brain that, like, oh yeah, being locked in places that you can't get out of because someone else has a key. Oh yes, that's threatening. That's not a good way to be.
That's
Like,
not
There's
a-
a word for that. It's called jail.
It's called, remember, like, when you were arrested during the witch trials?
when you stayed in a basement. Yeah.
Yeah, when you were locked in a basement with strangers. It wasn't a great... Actually, it was a great place for making friends.
You're sitting there like, can you not do this? She has a full flashback to the witch trials. It's like out for a bit. It's like, you're right.
You ever said something that made you flash back to the witch trials?
Canon. That's 100% canon. Like, she stands up... I don't know if it would make you, like, more or less upset, but she does stand there and she does, like kind of dissociate for a minute. She's like, oh.
I'm just gonna let it happen because I'm like, if this chick has like this house that she seems super like in connection with a lot of people, and I'm like, she said she was going to buy me clothes or like at least help me pick out clothes. So I'm over here like, this is all weird all of a sudden. I'm not used to this. This is a different vibe, and I'm like, I gotta be friendly to help my people, so I'll let you do your
Gertie
thing.
made a better point than me.
I use my brain for once, like, all I know is street smarts, and I feel in danger. Street smarts.
I think Penny eventually, like, does, like, look back at you and she's like, oh, yes, that's a wonderful point. I'm so sorry, I didn't consider that.
Because, something could happen to you, and that would be tragic if I couldn't go and get somebody to help you, so.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, absolutely. Yes. No, my apologies. As I said, I don't entertain much. I'm used to locking it behind me, and I should have asked.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I guess after you.
Yes. But I will just say, and she sort of like leads you into like a living room, like foyer situation. The walls are like a deep burgundy. There's like very heavy damask. No, that's not the material I'm looking for. The brocade, there's like very heavy like brocade curtains. There's all like old school furniture. There's like a curvy chaise lounge. It's all very like rosewood and mahogany and like burgundy, and so it's like very like lush and lavish and kind of like exactly what you think like a vampire would live in.
Yeah.
And she sort of looks and she's like, please make yourself at home. And yes, you were correct. There is a very good reason why I have runes around my home warding against kindred. I should let you know that you should only enter or exit through that door. I have
Noted.
runes and wards, many other places, at the other entrances, the garage entrance, the back door entrance, there's one. There's nothing within the house. There's runes around my bedroom. But I don't have runes on the bathrooms or anything.
I see.
Yes.
I'll just follow you wherever you take me then. Until I get used to the place, I guess.
Of course.
I'll get used
Would
to
you like a quick tour?
Sure. This seems like I've never seen a place like this really before. So yeah, that'd be nice. Coming from a very poor street broken household, so I'm over here. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But like, it's great. It's a very beautiful wood.
Thank you.
Is it teak?
No, she says oak, right?
Rosewood and mahogany.
Rosewood mahogany. Oh, she knows the wood.
Oh, she knows the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
There's one thing that Penny knows.
You like.
It's wood.
You sit down in like a cushioned spot like for yourself, and it's like hard cushions. Like it's like the idea that no one has broken this thing in. Like the atmosphere in this home is genuinely of a thing. Like I don't know if you've ever gone to a museum before, Gertie. Like maybe you did like when you were a kid or something.
No, never.
Like this is like the most thing of like you've never felt something like you were given full permission to touch something or to make yourself comfortable, and it's almost impossible to do so because the natural state of what this currently is not comfortable to you, and it just feels like you just kind of feel this kind of like it's a room full of stuff, but there's like a hollowness to it. It just feels like a hollow vibe around you.
Yeah, I'm definitely not used to that versus, the Dragon Dive. I'm like, oh, like
The kennel's not like this.
No, it's very like there's so much liveliness versus here it feels like not in a bad way, but like almost like death. Like it just feels like there's no
I love that you're smiling.
energy.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Energy.
That's great about it.
That's what I was going for.
We have all three of the different
like,
socioeconomical
very
levels
interesting
in
to
this
look
campaign,
at.
and 3 different comfort levels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very much so, yes.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those places. She for sure has like a big like dark wood grandfather clock with like really ominous looking like brass figures.
Looks like it's looking at you.
Absolutely. And it is so still and so silent and so unlived in that you can like hear the grandfather clock like pendulum like yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So what's your favorite thing in this plate in your plate? Like what's your favorite thing in your place?
Oh, well, I actually have an original phonograph.
Yeah?
Yes, right over here. And she sort of like gestures because it's kind of like living room, dining room. And so right behind you on the couch where you are, sort of in the corner, is like an antique like phonograph with like the big like horn and the big thing. I don't turn it on very often because it's very, very fragile. But I actually have some of the original cylinders with the pre-record. I believe these ones, did they go Mozart or Bach? Oh, I don't recall. But see, fantastic, right? And she like cranks it like a little bit, and it's this really like tinny like, and it plays for like 30 seconds.
In the silence.
I mean, of course I didn't purchase this originally in the 1800s when it was made. This I found at an antique store, restored But it was so wonderful. It reminded me of the World Fair, so I just had to get it.
It's pretty cool. I like music a little bit myself.
Oh, fantastic! What are you most interested in?
Stop the cranking. Are you still cranking while you're saying what are you most
No,
interested
it's only plays for 30 seconds
Yeah,
and then it just stops.
I can't play it too much. The cylinders.
Oh, yes.
I like a little bit of like Motley Crue and stuff. And then Price has gotten me into. He's like my little brother or whatever. He's gotten me into like Daft Punk or something like that. It's kind of interesting. And then I like more rock and roll or that kind of stuff. But I listen to almost any like that. That's a pretty neat sound.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah.
I don't know what a Daft Punk is, but Declan sometimes plays rock and roll. I think he's played Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He hasn't played Daft Punk.
It's not on a cassette.
Maybe one day I'll show you Daft Punk. They're decent. Like they're not really my sound that much, but like I said, I dabble. I dabble.
Are they much like V's music?
That crackhead? No.
Oh shit!
Try toasting me. I'm not gonna think too kindly 100% of it. No. Daft Punk is more like electric, I guess, like that house type music, like the like the dun, 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 you know, like that kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll play it for you one day. Don't worry about it. I guess. Anyways, very cool piece. Thank you for showing that to me.
Of course.
Does that clock always keep not clocking at time?
Oh yes, it is It is a hand-weighted pendulum. So usually with the more modern clocks, you go in and you have the gears that automatically balance out the time for them. But the original antique pendulum clocks like this, there's actually a set of weights, very finicky, particular weights in them. And this is an original model. So if I wanted to make that sound stop, I would have to physically go in behind the pendulum and work with the different weights and take them off. Isn't that just fantastic?
Actually, yeah, knowing a lot of mechanical stuff, that's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Do you have to like wind it? I heard that some people wind their clocks.
Oh yes, in this one, so the weight system, it actually like produces a force because there's two separate chains, and so when you have the weight on each chain, it's actually like the fact that the different weights are balancing on a fulcrum, which sends the pendulum back and forth.
Oh.
Yeah, so this one doesn't quite need to be wound. It just has to be like, it's more like a... It reminds me of my time in Germany.
Isn't it like 11 o'clock or something? Why did
It's a very old clock.
I like to imagine it's actually just that Betty doesn't know how to like figure out clock, and so she bought it just like, this is the wrong time. Anyway,
she figured out how to make it go one time, and she's like, that's the wrong time. I don't care. That was too much of a nightmare.
Do you want me to take a look at it for you? I bet you I could probably figure it out. Maybe not today, but whatever. Because I feel like you should, if you hear it bonging, it should be 5 if it does 5. You know what I mean? Like.
You know what? That is an excellent point. and yes, absolutely.
As someone who's as organized as yourself, it amazes me that doesn't drive you crazy that it's not the right time.
Oh, I'm often not here. I usually use my phone for more things like that.
Fair, yeah.
11, her phone. Dong, 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 dong,
or it actually rings the amount that it like left off at, so that it evens out. So it does 5 and then it does 6 more on her phone. to
Oh,
even up
excuse
the number.
I mean, this is a woman whose ringtone is Toccata and Fugue.
It's not even their phone. It's that she has alarms on every hour, but the sound of the alarms are just the donging different numbers.
Let me be clear. This is the moment when the dungeon master says that he made a mistake with the credit card situation for the whole antiques thing. I've never felt more ashamed than knowing the number of dogs in this ancient grandfather clock.
Well, you said we were at the drive-in dive at 10.
Around
at
10.
So
I know. I was like, oh, I'll just do a couple of dongs so people get the vibe. And you guys are like, that's the wrong time. Let me spend my skills to roll to fix the clock.
I'll fix
This
it.
is-
You could have said dong 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 plus
6 more dollars.
6, right?
Or, shut the fuck up. We don't bring things from previous campaigns into this.
I mean, I can.
Oh my god.
There's
It's
one
all-
consistency, and it's me, baby. I'm the
Oh,
one.
God.
It also fully does feel like you have the cool kid who's failing calculus, and they're being tutored by the nerdy kid, and so they're going over to their house to study, and they're like, you got a clock, huh? And then going into detail, I'm like, I like Motley Crue.
I think
Oh,
they're pretty dope.
man.
But yeah, you help me pick out clothes. I'll help fix your clock.
Fantastic. I would love that.
Yeah.
Just because
Just because I don't like owing people stuff, but also I'm like, I think that's the stupidest thing.
just because I think it's the funniest fucking thing. I want you to just make intelligence and
Yes.
and fucking a technology roll, and you I think we will need you. Oh wait, no, you don't use a touchscreen. You're fine. And then I will need you to use let's see, craft.
Still do the roll, but he was gonna get you to do a blush of life check.
Yeah, no, but it's not. You're not using a smart. Yeah, you're not using a smartphone. You're fine. And I usually just do it once for the day for that. And you did it for a drinking situation. That's fine.
Okay.
I forgot computers aren't touch screens.
Those are tablets.
Oopsies. Yeah, for you it's gonna be a craft, and let's say I'm gonna say intelligence
Oh no.
because you're dealing because you're dealing with a grandfather clock. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a craft and intelligence just to first understand it, and then we can add dexterity later. But yeah. So what'd you get first of all?
One success. 'Cause I only got a roll 2. So.
What'd you get?
I got two fails and a little skull on my number die.
How many dice do you have? Is that it?
Is that it?
Uh,
The 3?
Is the 3.
I was gonna say, do you have anything that can you roll? Oh wait, you're just rolling hunger dice.
Yeah, because you're.
Fuck. Because I'm a monster, aren't I?
I'm really happy to not be here right now.
No, this is our bonding time of getting to know each other awkwardly, but like it's.
Well,
that's how
so
it
you got
works.
one success?
I got 0 success.
Oh,
2 failures
no.
And a skull failure.
Okay. So I
think that's a
I think I'm
bestial
gonna just simply
failure.
assign this because this is fucking perfect. I think for you, you're gonna go online shopping, find the most lavish and beautiful bullshit you could find for this one here. just what you think is
I have to
perfect.
approve it.
Because you are in your Toreador. Like this is again, you're like you are.
Is this the
Loving
like,
it.
add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart?
And
I got
you
focusing on a clock.
you're focusing on a clock that you
I
do
don't-
not know anything
That's-
really about.
But for her, my aesthetic has to match me, or else it's not perfect.
That's totally fine. And but she don't know shit about that. So you are going to.
What I'm wearing.
Yeah, but that's not. But here's the thing: on a bestial failure, a Toreador is gonna Toreador on the outfits that you might find like
That's okay, I can
punk
mix and
chic.
match.
But like you do that. You do your thing. You knew the color of the curtains. I trust you to, or the structure of that. I trust you to think of that
It
stuff
can
when
be
we come to it.
beautifully badass.
So you.
Oh, God.
You don't know anything about this clock. I will just straight up say on a 1, these clocks are so complicated. When people brought them into my antique store, we told them we don't know anything about it. So you look at a clock that it does seem that it probably is like behind, and you think it's behind 6 hours in terms of the dingings or the dongings or whatever. So you find yourself in a position I think this is also brilliant in how you're able to wake up so early too. Just perfect. But you essentially look at this thing. You're like,
Can I go get the tools from the garage or go outside? Because I remember her saying the door.
yes,
I don't want to.
yes,
So I'm gonna like
brilliant.
go out, or can I be like holler at her and be like, can I get your garage door key?
Yeah, she'll go and she'll open unward the garage door.
Cool. And I'm gonna
Sure.
go in there and just grab some random tools that I think might be of help.
What? I just want to know, what is your investigation and intelligence check for this? Like, what are those two skills?
Just one on each. Is that what you're trying to
One on each. I was gonna say, because this is a difficulty of 2.
Investigation is 1, yeah. And
Yeah.
Intelligence is 1.
Yeah. So I was gonna say this is a difficulty of 1. Do you want to auto succeed so you don't have to roll?
Yes.
Great. So
We all know
you
me.
you look, the tools that Penny has in terms of this are literally just like generic wrench, screwdriver, and like some other just kind of like a couple of like not even loose nails. They are just tool implements. They are modern tool implements. There's not like there's a little like kind of like drill bit heads, and there's a drill on the side that's always charging. Yes.
Penny did not buy these tools with the intention to use them ever. She bought these tools with the intention of, that garage looks weird and empty, and I'm trying to appear human. What do humans have in a garage? She went and bought a fancy thing that's never.
This is a perfectly red toolbox, undented, unscuffed, ungreased, unoiled, that is a quarter full of just tools of hammer, wrench, screwdriver, and heads for a drill. And some loose, like not even loose implements because there are no loose nails.
Can I look at the back of my bike? There's always a little box that has like emergency tools that might be a little. I'll take that toolbox, but I open the back of it and I go like grab a couple more items, like certain wrenches and certain sizes and like some like that kind of stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah.
That I'm just like, I feel like I'm gonna need these.
So now make a dexterity and craft check. The difficulty of this is gonna be 4.
Okay. I have 4 dice, so at least there's that. Please. 1 success and 1 skull. So, you know.
Okay.
I'm so sorry for your grandfather clock.
So
When I have 3 hunger, I really shouldn't be touching shit.
So you go through looking through this, and there's like the, and it just kind of gets like that just starts to kind of get to you. There's a moment it's like, enough, and you rip something out of the grandfather clock.
From the back, though.
Sure, you rip it from the back, and it's like connected to other elements, and you just kind of pull the face of the clock in on itself, so the chain kind of unspools. The face of it kind of like pulls back, ching, ching, and you just hear this sound in the back for yourself, Penny.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing.
I pull out my phone. I call Lux.
You got it. Yeah, what?
I got a quick question.
What?
Do you know anybody who would be able to like know their way around like a grandfather clock that uses weights? Like an ancient grandfather clock that uses a weighted.
Where are you right now? What are you doing that has you involved with the ancient grandfather clock? What's going on? What is this call, Gertie?
I have about 20 minutes to fix this thing. I will tell you everything later. Do you know anybody who can fix a grandfather clock?
Do I know anyone in my history that knows how to fix a grandfather clock?
Or like who's really good mechanic?
Like in the city?
No, like in the group mainly.
No, in the group. We do a motorcycle. We have a motorcycle
really
to repair.
good
We have like all car mechanics.
I don't know. Maybe we have like a prodigy that I don't know. Maybe we have like a prodigy that I don't know about.
A prodigy for grandfather clocks?
Someone who looks at something and be like, yeah, I can figure it out.
I'll ask around for a prodigy for you, but jeez Louise.
Like, who do you think? Like, I was, you know.
Who do you think out of everybody in our crew is good with grandfather clocks, Gertie? I ask you. Who do you think? I want you to think of one.
Clocks. I'm talking about I'm trying to, and then I learned
Just any clock?
Just like maybe a clock, but like mainly like just mechanical. What here? Just 1 second, and I like take it. I'm like one, and then I like it's the back of it, and I like.
You're squished up behind it. You take a photo. That's one of those weird.
And then I like send it to him. I'd be like something like that. Someone who could look at that. Did I send it right? Is it blurry?
What the hell is this?
Used to be grandfather clock, not no more.
Why is the face pulled in? There's like it's just.
Shut the fuck
what?
up.
There's a chain with this?
I only have like 15 to 18 minutes to figure this out before this lady comes back. She has runes on her walls that explode heads. I need you to...
What is this called, Gertie? What is this called?
Looks, I need you to focus. I wouldn't call
you. Need me to focus.
Please, for the love of God. I need you to focus. Please.
Motley Crue plays.
No.
No.
He was in the Molly Crew.
Okay,
She thinks she heard Motley Crue. She doesn't know.
What do you call? Okay, so who do you think? Who do you think could fix that? What do you think?
I don't know. Like, fuck, Marco's not.
Marco's in the hospital right now. He got shot.
I realized.
He got shot this morning.
He's pretty good with his hands as much as I don't like the bastard.
Tell Lux he can't fix a grandfather clock. He'll do it perfectly.
How about do you think like Corey might know like how to fix this shit?
Corey?
Like Duncan? I don't fucking know.
Like they all work. They all work in the chop shop, Gertie. They know how to fix cars and shit. They strip cars, they strip motorcycles.
Grandfather clock, same.
That's like small little needlework shit. I don't know, like what
They're not small needlework.
it's like asking, hey, do you know how to build a house? Do you also know how to build like a fucking like I don't know, like a little paper airplane or some one of those like little model shits?
Do you know anybody around the city that I could give a call to?
I don't know anybody in the city really that could do it. Like
Well,
maybe I know somebody. I don't know. I can call the reservations or some shit. I don't know who knows anything about grandfather clocks, Gertie. You know what? I'll call the one person I know from 200 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
I don't have someone in my phone from 200 years ago. They don't use phones, Gertie.
We're vampires.
Yes. Oh, broadcast it out on the smartphone, please.
Well, they really, some people pretend they're horses. We'll be fucking fine.
Well, I guess.
Okay, listen.
Nay, Jesus Christ.
You said you knew someone from 200 years ago and you had them in your contacts. Don't fucking get too smart with me, buddy.
I'll see if we know anyone. God damn it.
Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, two. He hangs up.
I'm looking over this being like, I grab my phone. Google.
So we're going to cut from there. Declan, you drive to Cass's home. You arrive, and the lights are on. Out front porch light is on too. It's a pretty quiet night. Go ahead and just make a wits awareness check for me, please. Okay, easy enough. You notice there's a sign as you're driving out, like just a little handmade paper sign, not close to the house, but it has Cass's house address. So immediately like, oh. But then you see looking for a roommate, and kind of giving a little basic breakdown, gives Cass's phone number, and you noticed this before.
Can I assume that Cheryl might have possibly been thinking about helping out at least with the rent or moving in or something, and that whole situation might have...
You would probably at that moment notice that Cheryl and Cass, because Cheryl was like her, like just a person she was seeing. I would say immediately on that, you would know that Cheryl was probably more than just another person she was dating. Okay. Someone that she was actually really invested in and serious on.
Judging, I think he already Declan had an idea with that, with the fallout of this, because again, he's since her teen years has seen what her breakups have looked like, and has paid attention and knows what is something that ice cream in a movie can fix and what is something that time needs to fix. And that's why he knows, he was like, this seems like a time one. I will let her know I'm here, but I'm not going to like force myself into things. And so I think that, really is like, back, pull into the driveway.
Is there anything you do to kind of prep yourself? Because we haven't talked really about Declan in terms of being like a Malkavian. We haven't really talked about like the idea of like him like opening himself up to a lot of his mental kind of like the things and the sensations that can become engulfed in him. Is there anything that you do specifically when it comes to speaking with your daughter that you kind of prep yourself for?
I think that when I park, I take at least a couple minutes in the car, and I just kind of like focus in, and I look to the passenger seat. I'm just like, it's a lot harder without you here. I don't know if I can fix this one. I don't think there's something that can be fixed. I'm going to do the best I can, like I've been doing. I know. No, she is good. Just want to make sure she's safe. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Miss you. And then you'll get out, close the door, and then head up and try to decide. Bell, knock, pulls out his phone, here, sends it.
Using a little bit of technology, he knows.
There's a moment she opens up the door. You notice that in the move of things, first of all, like you see her first, and she puts her phone like in her back pocket. Actually, no, she turns it off, and she puts it on like a small little like entryway, like receiving, putting it on like a little, like a it's not even, it's like one of those standing kind of like just a decorative table kind of like counter thing.
Have a little key bowl or
something. A little counter for a key bowl and all that. She just puts her phone, turns it off, and puts it there. You notice in the room as she lets you in, and there's like a few boxes that are still out, and also some like of the bigger Rubbermaids that are empty, but are also out here. She looks at you and says, "Hey, Dad. Feel free to have a seat. Yeah." And she just like the first thing you also notice, or a couple things you also notice, there's like liquor bottle as well, just like kind of cheap stuff on the table, and it looks like a pile of projects that she just has, like, you know, some paperwork she brought home, but she's just been, it's covering her living room, and she lets you.
I think I'll look, and if I'm assuming because he's a dad, he probably bought and built a little coat rack that's like in the corner, and throws his like his trench kind of on that. He's gonna lock the door behind him, and then he's gonna like unhook the holster that his gun is on underneath, and kind of put that up on the coat rack as well.
There's a moment she actually looks at you as you do that. She says, you don't have to lock it.
Oh, all right.
You don't have to lock it.
Then he takes the coat and the gun and switches them so that the gun's hidden by the trench coat. And then he's going to put his phone, he's going to turn his off and put it beside hers and go in to sit down.
Sure. She kind of like says, like, for you to like, you know, just be comfortable, but like she herself, you can see she's not really comfortable at this place. She goes to sit kind of like side at the dining room table, but she doesn't really look at you. She just like takes a long moment, and then she says, how's work been?
Oh, store. Let me tell you something. Strange, but getting through it. I've been weirdly hanging out with people around my age, people at all, which has been different. Yeah, no, it's as good as it can be. How
when you say age, are you talking like actual age or like
one of them actual age, not too far. I think she looks and is, I think, around a decade older. The other one closer, looks to your age, but a bit older.
Okay.
She said she's from Salem, the whole witch thing.
Well, that must be nice for you. Not the witch thing, I guess, but like
Talking to people that
yeah.
it's. I'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if it's nice or not.
Sure. So I wanted to give you a heads up, just like things. I'm glad things are going well. I feel like it's a lot I'm just kind of having right now. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
I feel like I do, though. I really feel like I do, because I just don't. I don't know, Dad. I'm just things are tough right now. Things are really tough.
Look,
did you know about like Cheryl told me that you had shared like getting tickets for the concert before the V concert, and did you know about that?
That's why I talked to you before you left. Let you know what I knew at the time. It was... I was looking for a gift for you, and I, at the time, was trying to connect more with people in your life. Talked to Cheryl. She brought up this idea. Simply asked. I knew that you two had been around each other quite a bit. Asked for advice. She gave me...
We were dating, Dad.
Yes. Yeah. I knew that it was...
Yeah, and we'd been dating for a while.
But I'd asked...
And it was good.
Yeah. I'd asked her if she had any ideas. You know, I'm not the best gift giver. I gave your mum a bottle opener one year. She didn't drink. But it looked nice, and I wanted to try to avoid that.
Well, it's getting good use now.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to ask, and she had this idea. I do what I do, you know. After giving some money to help, looked into it. All I found out was the idea of the whole kindred thing. That's why I brought it up to you. I wanted to make sure you were safe. And then I ended up helping a friend that had to go there as well.
Dad, do you know why I was like talking about or interested in that before?
I had one of two ideas. One, you liked the music. reason that I went to Chumbawamba back in
So the music's like fine. It's just fine. It's fine.
Two was, I know that you like to try. You're my daughter, and you got the majority of the good stuff from your mom, but you also got a bit of your inquisitive mind from me, and you've known about this world since before she passed. You've at least known it's existed. I always knew that you tried to learn more. And that's the other reason I thought, and was why I didn't push or try to impede you in going, because I know that you, like your mom, are just going to take no for an answer. You would have won no matter what. But I'm sorry that I brought you into this.
Dad, when I asked you before about, did you know about him? It's not if he was a vampire or a lick or whatever it is. I was wondering if you knew, like, what he would do. If you knew that he was able to, like, take the person I was dating for a time and bring them up on stage and basically just, like, I don't know exactly what that is. Like, when someone bites into someone like that, I don't know if that's a thing that then causes her not to see me for a time. I don't know if you knew that that was a thing that can happen. I know we don't talk about, like, our, the personal sex lives or anything like that. I've never physically couldn't say anything before. I was shocked. Let alone the fact that I saw someone just burn up themselves and hear screaming immediately all around me. But, like, did you know that that was possible?
I've vaguely mentioned to you before that I know there's different kinds of kindred. The only one that I know enough about is the one that I am. You've seen parts of it. I've somehow can make people forget things. I can hear better. And the most that I've ever been able to do or ever seen people do personally is getting people to just do things like walk away, stop. Simple things. I've never seen that level of something. I've never seen that. I've never seen someone with the fire thing. As far as I knew, fire meant death. As far as I knew, the sun, UV meant death. You know that's what I focused on. Because there are things that I want. And that's where my focus has been. That, trying to be your dad with all this. And I can honestly say I've never seen that specific thing. I look into kindred for reasons. I know that there are some who have tried to pretend that they're human and will seduce people in a normal way, like at a bar, and will try and feed on them during the act of sex, which I think is kind of fucked up. I know someone who feeds off of people who are at the end of their life. Those who have things that they can't come back from. You know that I only drink from the bags. And I want to keep doing that as much as I can. But that specifically, that level of manipulation, I've never personally seen. And I wish that I had, so that I could have warned you.
It's feeling like for the last few years, I'm really, I have to just say, I'm really so tired of you ever saying you're sorry. Because what's hard and why I needed to talk to you is like I keep trying to find reasons to be mad at you, and I can't, because you've been a dad that I couldn't have asked better for. Like I can't even think of more ways that I can't be more happy with how much you have like helped me with your circumstance. I don't want to be angry or aggravated towards you, because there's nothing I can say that I feel will be anything more than myself just being inferior in a lot of ways. And I don't mean to say that as like, I know that I'm your daughter and you love me and I can do so much, and yeah, I can get bags for you as often as I can, and I know that's not why you value me. I know that. I just... When you told me about all this, and when Ma told me about it too, and we talked about it, I thought it was the most interesting thing in the world. Like, every girl's fantasy dream was this idea of a beautiful boy that glitters in the sun and will keep them safe in the worst of circumstances. And I got to say, that's my dad. At least he wants to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't even bother me when girls like see you like and they're just like enamored immediately. Like, I get it. But it's like, I feel as if I can't get mad for anything. And I feel like I can't do anything because I'm aware it's not a dream. It's not a fantasy. It's not anything. It's real. And when I'm living in it, I hate knowing that this exists. I don't know what to do in terms of... I don't know who to trust going in the street. When I go into the hospital, what I do in terms of taking bags from donors for you, it is the scariest thing. It used to be fine. I know exactly how to do it. It's easy. And now I keep wondering, who am I taking this from? And not like people, but from people like you. Who else works at Graynon's exactly like me? Who works at the U of A? Who works everywhere? What's going on? And I keep wondering, how many people are there like me that keep everything running through this entire city? And I just also think, how many of them don't have a dad like you? And how many of them don't get a choice in this? How many of them don't get to have any hope in terms of what it is they get to do with their lives? And I just keep thinking, why does it even matter at a certain point, me asking these questions? I loved Cheryl so much. And like, I couldn't even be mad at her when it happened. And I don't know if you were mad at her, but if you were, it's not her fault. It's all of She stops herself. When you keep reaching out to me and letting me know these things and keeping me safe, Dad, I know you're keeping me safe, but the hardest thing is that I don't know what to do with it. Like, you asked me about the boy. I don't know. I don't know what he's getting involved in. I don't know what that is. That's like, you're this master of finding things. I used to watch you. You were cooler than Batman for me. You were Batman. I mean, if we're going to be honest. It's like, but I always like, I wanted to know what Dad did, and now I know, and it's like, I can't. And you talk to me about safety, and you want to, like, keeping the home safe. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it is you want from me. Like, Dad, if you want me to be safe, use whatever you can to block my memories out in my life. Make me forget all of it, because that's the best way I could actually be safe. Like, the best way to keep me safe is not to tell me, like, give me a heads up about the bad things, but it's for the bad things to stop being bad. It's for them to not have to come in through here at some point and to make me feel endangered or make me feel unsafe. That's the best way. You got to tell them about it. I try to be as safe as I possibly can. I'm a big girl, Dad. I know how to fucking take care of myself. And I know how to take care of you. That's why I don't ask you. That's why I don't tell you every day. Like, I drop off at your house. I drop off what you need. And I did it already. Don't worry about it. But I don't know what's out there. And I know whatever it is, I can't do shit about it. So even if I can't get mad at you, I can definitely state, if you're going to be doing stuff, if you're going to be involving this, I know I'm not going to be able to stop you. I know I can't. Just do me a favor. The next time you text me, don't involve me in whatever it is. Don't tell me about the life that you're involved in. Don't tell me what you're working at. Don't tell me these things. If I'm interested, I'll ask you. But just text me like a dad would. And I'll text you like a daughter. I'll text you that I love you. And I hope everything's all right. But just... the world is a shite place. It's bad. It's going to keep being bad. And I don't want to keep knowing that it is. Because I don't want to be the only reason that I'm living right now. And the only reason I have to live is for you. I want to try to find a reason to live again.
I think Declan just stands up, walks around to the table, and just pulls her into a hug.
She hugs you back and just starts crying. Yeah.
As she's crying, it's kind of... you don't need to be involved in this life. Do more to them. And you should know the last thing I'll let you know about this is I am that I can keep the monsters away. You call yourself inferior. Sorry. You're not the Imperial. It's really hard. Keep. Yeah, I was like Batman. That was man. Much as I do, yeah, I can to keep it at bay. I do everything I can to keep myself. Sometimes it's hard for us. Sometimes we can only do so much to protect you. Oh, manage your dog. Jeremiah store. I believe in you, kid.
I love you, Dad.
Me too. Now, I text like a dad. Once every few weeks, maybe we'll meet up for a meal, watch the movies, do what you can, nothing more. I need to go check on a biker and a therapist. But I don't trust that that's actually going well, but you are more important.
Do you want a quick drink before you go?
Yeah, I've got my flask.
You have a drink with your daughter before you get going. We come back to you guys. Penny, you find just a Pinterest board of just you've laid out a bunch of stuff. You come down the like. Is that on a laptop, or is it like a home PC that you got set up for yourself?
I think she's gonna do this on a laptop.
I fucking course you would.
So
I mean, she also probably has a home PC. She's got both.
Oh, she has. Remember, she has the first Apple product. Like, she has everything.
Oh.
Because of that, I feel like you probably get free Apple products whenever they come out.
I beta test and I'll get paid to beta.
You're one of the
test.
stockholders.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I have to confess that I was actually on Pinterest and Facebook, like
Oh, yes.
God damn.
brainstorming ideas.
I love that.
Like Sam the player. So I apologize that my attention was divided, but I feel like I've got
It's okay.
really good.
It's okay.
That was really deep, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't look at the eyes because I'm gonna start crying or laughing, and I'm like, I can't trust my own.
Well, I did both. I did both, and they were both fun. So you know, that was fun for me.
Down. I'm glad.
Best part is you got to imagine while you're doing that, you're talking to Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also like to say for the record, like for the grandfather clock, sorry, specifically going into that Gertie's pulled it out and she's like, in her big form is squeezed behind it, so she can kind of see some parts are a little bit moved if she was to enter the room, but she doesn't know the full disaster.
So well, that's a bestial failure that you were rocking with. I need you to please.
No, bestial failure for her, wasn't it?
You rolled a skull on your.
Got a 1 pass.
Yeah, this is a grandfather clock, an ancient grandfather clock. You need to be good at this. So on a level of, here's my little putt bike. You know, that's like maybe a 1 or 2 kind of thing. This is like the idea of like, I'm going to try to recreate and move one of those old kind of cars and shit, like trying to figure out how that whole engine works and getting that done. This antique stuff. You don't have a crafting in antique objects.
Yeah, but I had to be like pretty crafty.
Well, now you know. Get a specialty in antiques, and then we'll do that. Spend your you spend your experience points. Remember we were talking about like why would I have experience points? This is why.
To stay the fucking farthest away from me because my rolls suck ass. Even if I had a specialty in antiques, I'd still go out.
You know what? Go ahead. I'll be fair with this. Go ahead. I still gotta get this. Go ahead to hide it. Make a stealth, and let's say
their own stealth.
You know what? I'll be fair. Dexterity and stealth, and you.
3.
Yeah. Do you want to roll too? I'll let you roll.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's just say you're kind of caught. This is gonna be another wits, and let's just say just a basic wits awareness.
Fantastic.
Nothing crazy.
I was gonna say like, would it be like composure? Because I'm trying to like keep my.
You know what? I'll let composure be it. Sure, I'll be that. Yeah, composure instead of dex.
No, I want dexterity. No, never mind. No, we're doing dexterity.
Why? What's composure?
2. I got 2 successes.
Can you use any willpower?
No,
Really?
they're all hungry.
God damn. Okay.
Okay, so I've got an interesting situation.
No, no, please. Wow.
So I rolled 5 dice total.
Yeah.
I have 1 bestial failure and
Nice.
1 success on my other hunger dice. Because
Okay.
I've got 2 hunger dice.
Declan already thought this was gonna go bad, so he was planning on coming back anyway. But now I'm seeing this, it's like I'm glad that was already the thought process.
Yeah.
And then I got, on my regular dice, I got 1 critical success.
Yeah, that's 2.
And a regular success.
Great, 3.
And then a failure.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Yes.
So that's good. So you beat her 2.
Okay, and 1 bestial.
Yes, you're good.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Failure only happens if you fail.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
So if you
Yeah.
had only 1
If you
success-
told me that you wanted to fail on this, I think I'd be broken. I mean, you're welcome to fail, but god damn it, I would be so broken. So you attempt to hide the things on this. So you will see it. You come down with the laptop, hi, and you see your antique clock pieces are shoved in behind it and are like hidden in behind the actual
I got
clock.
a question. Am I on the phone with anybody who can help me figure this out?
Oh, who are you calling?
Because Lex said he's going to call back.
He didn't call you back in like the 15 or 20 minutes that has happened.
I know, it looks bad. However, it was only because Demihiki didn't do what I thought I was going to do. However, I have somebody on the phone. Well, not on the phone yet. He's calling a friend who knows about this shit. So it'll get fixed. Don't
You see the
worry.
phone goes doot. Oh wait, is it a flip like for yourself?
No, mine is actually I wrote it down.
Oh, it is an iPhone
It's a-
7.
it's a-
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, iPhone 4.
Mine's
It just
a 7. Hers is
yeah.
a 4.
It just goes.
Hers
It
is
goes
like-
out. The phone has not been answered.
Yeah.
The phone has
It's
not
a
been
6.
answered. It goes. Yeah.
So like, just don't worry about it. I got it. Anyways, what have you been working on?
I want to say that Penny is like the reason why she does not immediately like panic and like flip out over it is I'm just gonna carry the bestial failure over, and so she's still kind of like too self-absorbed in her like quest for like the perfect look. So she kind of registers and she kind of sees and she's like, yeah, mechanical stuff gets messy all the time. It's fine.
I love that because that's exactly what it's going. Hell yeah. So yeah, you've just become obsessed immediately with the most beautiful thing you can, which is getting her
The perfect
in the
outfit.
perfect outfit.
Penny has a great idea, and she sort of looks and she goes, "Of course, don't let me bother you. I just really quickly
Yeah.
need your measurements." And she like pulls out like a measuring tape, like she had gone off to like let Gertie get started and like get her laptop, and like the grandfather clock like would be like right here, and then she has her dining room table like here.
Mhm.
So she's gonna like set up the laptop like kind of at the dining room table.
Yeah.
But she went off to like go get her measuring tape and like get her computer, and she's like, "Am I terribly interrupting? I just need
No, you're cool.
Perfect.
And I'm still wearing like the outfit that Beverly put me in because I like didn't change out of it. So I still have like the kind of like looking blazer, like the black one that made me like kind of awkward. But then I have like the tight shirt. Everything's clean still, so it's nice and black jeans. But like that's pretty much it. So I shuffle out and I'm like, do you want? You could do it over.
Oh,
take the
yes.
jacket off or
Probably the jacket off, but the rest is
let me just fuck my shoulders. Give me a second.
okay.
And I just
Mm.
rip. I'm like, anyways.
That's all right. I know it.
Okay. That's fine, dude. I don't need a bag. Actually, I may need that bag for Bev. If you could, like, yeah, Taylor would be nice. Probably.
Fantastic. Yes,
Um,
I have 3 points in resources, so like I've.
You've got a tailor.
She has a.
Which
tailor
is,
suit.
I gotta say, the most basic, like, for like 1% kind of thing you do find.
Right? And so she's like, "Oh, okay, I got it." So just turn around and she measures like shoulder to shoulder, and then she has you stretch one arm out, and so she measures like arm to wrist. She actually like takes a moment and like pauses and looks at like your biceps, because I imagine Gertie is super built.
oh, she's fucking buff as fuck. She's like jacked.
Hell yeah. Oh, Penny gets so excited. So
I'm
excited.
just like,
She measures around your biceps.
I'm like, do you need me to flex or release?
Yes.
And then I just like,
And Penny goes like, good. But like not in a judgy way, but in a like, wow, fantastic. Like, and like, so she measures and she's like, okay, and I just need to measure your armpit to your waist and then to your hips.
do you need my arms still out? Or?
Yeah, just arms. I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna get in really close on your side.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
She
Yeah.
goes and she's got like a little like booklet. She takes all your measurements. She does like hip and she does like outside of the leg.
She's like a little squirrel, just like
Yeah.
around me, and I'm like, Jesus, okay.
Oh, hey, I think that's it. I just need to get like around your chest.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. And she's just like delighted and she like takes a measurement and she's like, excellent, great, perfect. And what's your favorite color?
Black.
Black. Okay. Do you have a favorite color that's not black? Red or blue, green?
Really, really, really dark gray.
I'm gonna say like
Navy blue.
Probably if it's not, I'm guessing you're going for an actual color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say like a dark red would be nice, but like I'm talking like dark red.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Penny is absolutely delighted that you said red. She is
Kindred, after all.
so giddy.
It's just, and then me, I'm like, it's just easier to wipe the blood off that way.
You know what? That's what I find too.
Yeah, right? Everybody said that, and they're like, you're so messy, so then I started using knives, and they're like, you're still so messy, and I'm like, ah. So then I started wearing black, but sometimes everyone's like, oh, you're too, like, dark, so then I started, sometimes I, like, wear bandanas will be a little red. Great for, like, wiping your mouth, and then people don't even notice.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool myself, too.
Excellent. I think I have everything I need. One quick question. Leather or denim?
I usually use leather, but you could go denim either way as long as I look good in front of... As long as I look good, that's all I really care about. Because apparently I have to look a certain way to get my way, is what they were saying, you know, so as long as I look good, I guess.
I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different approach, if that's all right. I don't want to disrespect you or your compatriots. However, I think what we want in this meeting is we want an outcome where we are, where you're not overruled and where you are not forced or foisted into a situation that you don't want. And I think the best way to do that is for you to be at your most comfortable. So I do think we need to find you clothing that is high end and respectable and speaks of composure and put togetherness. But I also feel like, you know, if they put you in high heels and you're not used to wearing high heels, you're going to be more distracted by the fact that you're wearing high heels, and then you won't actually be focused on what they're saying. And
I mean, I'm used to heeled boots. I actually have, and then I like put my like leg up on the dining room table.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you see my these boots, a buddy of mine, he's super cool. He like hit the heel here, and I like undoes it. You don't gotta worry about the boots. The boots, if you can see, it has a heel and it has like a compartment where my knives go. I like having knives on me, so anywhere I can put my knives would be great. So don't worry about the black boots up to like this much up the cat. Like they're like, if you see, they're very nice, very leather, very black. So yeah. And if you have anything else you want to put in those little compartments besides my knives, go for it. You know a little more than I do, but yeah, those will hold those. So
perfect. And I do have one final question. It's a bit personal, however, it is somewhat important so that I don't. I mean, with the jacket, like we saw, there was some kashush. is there anything I need to take into consideration for your beast form? I confess, I don't know.
So essentially I get like, I hope it doesn't really come to that, but for the most part, I get my ears come out a lot. I hunch over a little bit more.
Okay.
I do get a tail and stuff like that, so that's why I like to wear a little bit of big ear clothes. Things are easier to hide.
Gotcha.
I do get a little bit of fangs. I do get like that snarly look, so I appreciate if like we can incorporate like, if not bandanas, something like of that feature so I can hide my ears or hide my face in an emergency that because I lose control sometimes often, so.
Fantastic.
Once in a while. Some people say more than others, but I say it only happens once in a blue moon, but yeah. So.
Excellent. I can work with that. That is very helpful. And I will try to make the boots the centerpiece, because those seem very functional. And if you can walk in them, move in them.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. They're very nice boots.
Excellent.
Very nice boots.
Very nice boots. Excellent. I think I might have just the thing. And again, I think I find in my life, and she like sort of like goes straight into therapist mode. I find that we are at our most confident when we are being our most authentic. So
I'm not allowed to be my full authentic self, though. Apparently that's not going to bode well for me, because I like to punch first and ask questions later, and I can't go punching people apparently this time around. I have to actually be a leader. I've never really been a leader before. I've been like a second command. I could do that. I can lead. But to be the leader, it's a little... I like an instruction before. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
of course.
because if you don't give me an instruction, I will take the matters into my own hands for what I find is disrespectful or not. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, when it comes to leadership, really the most important thing is knowing yourself and knowing what you value and knowing what you are or are not willing to compromise on. And that's how you are a leader. And again, I don't want to get too terribly personal, but I want to help you be successful, and the Camarilla can be extremely intimidating, manipulative, coercive, pressuring. They will find ways to try to get what they want no matter what. They will do it through trickery, through
They do that with their tongue ripped out of the face?
Not always.
I'm just saying, if their tongue is ripped out of their face, they won't be doing a lot of talking.
They are quite big on revenge.
Oh.
They don't take insults lightly.
What if they insult me first?
They are not great on accountability either.
What the fuck?
So there are, but before we go in...
Hypocrisy is real.
That's what they were warning me about. Okay, I can see why they were a little worried.
Oh, they were...
They're not worried. They were more so the fact that I don't take insults to the people around me and myself very lightly. And I also people who don't take accountability for their shit even more so.
You would hate the Camarilla.
Oh, wonderful. I think I already do, but I think I gotta play nice. So that's also kind of why I reached out to you guys, because I know you're a therapist and stuff. So I feel like you know like that kind of stuff, how to like regulate your emotions and shit.
Yeah. I specialize in that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I don't. So.
Got you.
Yeah.
Conflict resolution and mediation as well. I'm happy.
Conflict resolution?
Well, if it comes to that, if they're very much pressing for something that makes you uncomfortable, or
what is that?
Say, for example, they try to leverage you in a certain way.
Yeah.
If they try to threaten you.
Yeah. As people do. Yeah.
As people do. There are ways of engaging in conversation where we can figure out what other people really want so that they feel that they don't have to resort to, threatening a loved one or blackmail or harassment or coercion.
Yeah.
Because what occurs to me, and again, I understand this is terribly personal, but you mentioned that Leonidas was interested in you because he could not compel you to do things.
Yeah, dumbass kept looking at me like, and I'm like, loser.
Which means there was something he wanted you to do, and he was not interested in having your consent originally to do whatever he was going to do.
Yeah, dickwad.
So he's resorted to inviting you to Elysium and giving you cash to try to make you do something that he originally was just going to coerce you to do.
He wanted me to sit down on a sidewalk. It was so fucking weird.
It's a very
odd request, odd thing to ask somebody. Well, I was already kind of half losing my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? And he told me to sit, and I wanted to tell him to go fuck himself, but all I could be was like, rah, it was fucking stupid. So dumb. Now I can tell him to go fuck himself. It's great, but at the time it was fucking dumb. But yeah, no, so he wants me to sit when I get there. Because if that's the case, I could sit any other day if he meant to fuck off.
When we're dealing with people who are trying to exert power over us, usually they will start with small requests to see how much influence they have over us.
So he's going to ask me to sit and then probably shake a paw or some stupid shit like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want someone to, for example, not a true example, but for example, if someone were to do this in, specific radicalized groups and cults and what have you, typically people who manipulate will make their requests seem very reasonable. And then when they find that people are desperate sounds so judgmental, but when they find that there is, for whatever reason, a vulnerability that they can exploit to get what they want, they will start with small, reasonable requests and provide praise and reinforcement, and gradually ask you to do more and more horrific things that are against your own personal authenticity.
Huh. You sound like you know a lot about this kind of stuff, eh?
I wrote a thesis on it in college.
Oh, you smart. I guess you are because you're a therapist. But I mean, you know all the ins and outs of manipulation. That's pretty dope.
I mean, some of them. And, some things we only get from personal experience.
Oh shit! So you were like Camarilla? Camarilla? Did I say that? Camarilla?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and
Headlights kind of pass by the curtains, and you notice them.
I don't mean to trauma dump. It appears we have a visitor, and I'll just say...
Oh shit, and the wards aren't up. I'm sorry about that.
That's alright. It relates to the wards. Let me just go see.
Do you want pull my phone out?
Do you want me to go kill a guy?
I'll text her here.
There's so many trees. It's easier to hide them.
Let's find answers. Answers first, and then.
No, I'll be right back.
Oh, it's Declan. It's Declan.
Right, Declan, that guy. Yeah.
Yes, come on in. I text. Well, my clock is broken. Thanks for coming. We can come say hi.
All of this. We get this come say hi. Kind of all in one text.
This is understood. The last word of the text.
Understood.
just gonna stand on the doorstep because I don't know that the wards aren't up right now.
And I think Penny sort of comes to the door and she says to Gertie it's Declan, and she opens the door and she's like, hello Declan, welcome back. Come on in. The ward is deactivated.
Oh, all right.
I'm behind her. How much do you know about clocks?
What the fuck happened here?
She's fixing my clock. And I'm buying her an outfit. And we're talking about the ins and outs of manipulation.
Apparently she's really smart. Did you know that she's smart? She's so
I'm
smart.
gonna walk into, because I feel like I've been in your house at least a couple times.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find just yellow pages and start looking for clock, anything that could be clock repair.
Go ahead and roll a resolve investigation check.
By the way, it's 11 o'clock at night, so even if there was someone 24, can it be
actually it's midnight.
Hours?
It's at least midnight. Yeah, past.
Repair?
Gonna be a 24-hour? No, there can't just be a 24-hour clock repair.
I don't know, depending on how high he rolls.
It's gonna be 6 successes.
Please, for the love of God, 24-hour clock repair.
Yes.
There's no way you didn't find
You look beyond the yellow pages. you.
There's an invisible.
You know what?
It's kind of fucking crazy. Nobody uses these books anymore, but I find them really useful.
She has the latest edition next to her,
Declan,
her
I was gonna ask you.
Yes.
So just
do you?
This is a normal house. I have yellow pages.
Absolutely.
Here's this antique, beautiful, deep mahogany, polished wood cabinet, and here's the yellow pages.
Just next to her phone.
Next to the Rolodex.
I 100% believe in my mind there is a certain cabinet that has a yellow page and then popular magazines of the day.
Even a 300-year-old being has a junk drawer.
Yeah,
Pull it up.
It's if she ever has to have someone over,
it's the most organized junk drawer ever.
Where should we eat?
Also, I did want to. The one other thing I would say too that I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
When she opened the door, I am standing there and I do have a pillow with me, a throw pillow. Because I have been inside of her house multiple times, so I know to bring my own pillow.
It's like a dollar store.
Yeah. It's literally just I throw it in the back of my car whenever I have to come and talk.
It's
to
a safety pillow.
Yeah.
So
she thinks it's because of a spinal issue or something.
Yeah.
She does not realize it's her furniture.
Or trying to keep
he straight up lied to her at one point. She's like, "Why do you have the pillow?" He's like, "Back when I was a cop, something happened before I died. It's still there."
I want to ask you about that cop history. Did you at any point look to find individuals that could get you arms or weapons, bullets, ammunition, anything of that nature that would be considered not orthodox?
I think I probably would have. I don't know if I would have actually gotten anything from them yet. But I would have looked into it specifically knowing coming into this city, knowing that actually getting weapons is a lot harder because of gun control in Canada than where he's from in Boston. So I think he would have tried to look and been worst case scenario, especially with Cass in mind. It's if I need to find specialty things, I would want to try to find at least one, if not 2 places that I'd be able to go to for that kind of stuff.
Now you have an extra place.
On a 6, I would say you would know that there's here's the thing, there is no 24-hour clock repair.
No,
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm
a
so sorry.
6 roll?
If it was a lock, different story.
Yeah, it's a lock, different story. However,
I was going to be let me look it on my phone.
there is a person that you can contact for this kind of stuff that is a 24-hour spy. Well, he's a nighttime dude. Actually, he kind of is a 24-hour person. He's a little, but he is good. He's a craftsman of arms. He also knows people who know people. He's a kindred. His name is Carson Davies. This is an individual who is on a fucking 6. I'll let you know. Yeah, Carson Davies is a Nosferatu. Kindred who essentially works in making specialty bullets, crafting it untraceable armaments. He also creates basically like junk assault rifles. Basically the kind of thing where it's like if you need an assault weapon to fire off a fast amount of like bullets and then decompose, like break it down so it looks just like scrap bits. Like, the best way I can say it, this guy is not the guy who could fix this clock. This is the guy that could turn this clock into an arsenal. Or into some kind of weapons. Like, he could break this whole thing down and basically give you, like, a fucking miniature, like, bullet launcher. Some kind of, like, chain cannon kind of thing. He could get that. He could make this out of that.
Yeah, I think I'll look and go. It looks like you're busy right now. Quick question. Mm-hmm. If I was able to get someone to come in to fix the clock, would you be alright with us using the garage to get it done?
Yes, of course.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah. Not that I can't fix it. Mm-hmm. It's just that it looks a little bit too complicated. I don't want to break it.
Do I even need an inside check on this?
On
just
this?
Her trying to be like...
But it's
not
like...
that I can't fix it.
But like...
You've
like,
seen
just,
her handiwork.
And also like... With my like, cars and stuff. Anyways. But like... I'm more invested in this... in the clothes. You know, like you put so much effort and time and it's like putting my armor.
She absolutely doesn't give a fuck about the clock right now. Can you just lift and take it to the garage?
Yeah, I can lift it.
Cool, perfect. You go and finish what you're doing and we'll figure this out.
All that was in Penny's head was makeover, 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 makeover. Yeah.
While Gertie's going to pick it up, I'm going to... I'm assuming that I know which number is the front for Carson, which is why I went through the yellow pages.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I'm just going to quickly call it in.
It's like some sewage line or something. Yeah.
Carson, Declan.
Hi.
Hello. It's wonderful to hear your growls.
What can I do for you?
Do you know someone who'd be able to fix a antique grandfather clock within the next... A pendulum clock. The one with the weights. Within the next... How long has she been working on the clothes so far?
Like 20 minutes, but like she just took my measurements and I feel like she got
someone who could come within the next 3 hours to fix one of these guys. I know you could make it better, but this is a client who just needs it fixed.
Alright. Give me a number. Give me your number.
Oh, like phone number?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. I pull out my own business card and read off the number, my business number that would go to the business and then come to my cell phone.
You don't know it off by heart.
No, I only use that phone to give to people to call me.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So that no one has my actual cell number. Except, I think, Benny.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But I'm put in your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 15 minutes.
Can't do it. Thank you, Carson.
Hangs up.
All right, 15 minutes, probably get a call back. Someone should be able to come in and fix.
Hoisting the clock,
did you do today?
just moving it.
Not, honestly, it was off by 6 hours.
Yeah, I noticed that every time. I know that I don't have the capability of fixing an antique German-made pendulum-style grandfather clock.
Swedish.
Whichever one of the European countries made it. Swiss, maybe?
It was made in Switzerland, but I bought it in Germany. And she's like at the computer.
There you go.
I just listen.
You get a phone call like 10 minutes later, basically, on the phone being like, I got somebody who can be able to pick it up. I can't guarantee it's going to be the same, but I can guarantee results for you. They could probably get it done next... Yeah, about 3-4 days.
All right, I'm gonna go over. Penny, do you need a clock for the next few days?
No.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that works.
Fantastic. Give me the address. We'll send a guy over.
Yeah, I'll send the street address of where to pick it up.
Now, fantastic.
Down the street.
Yeah. We're not like we're no longer, now that he's picking it up. We're not sticking in the garage. We're taking it down to the curb, and I think I'm going one house over.
All right. We'll see in terms of a regular cost for yourselves. Now, just want to make sure here, little Declan, is this your own personal clock or is it somebody else's?
This is someone else's. If you would like to send an invoice, I promise you that they will be able to pay.
Oh, very good, very good. I'll send over an invoice as well. Thank you so very much.
So here are your growls, Carson.
Hangs up.
Wait, so, one house over?
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Okay, and I'll be like, be right back. I know you're still working on the vision from what the measurements and be right back. And I literally just like, almost like on the hip, but on it, and it just like, it's extended super high up.
Do you also have a little decorative, like, table where you have a bowl for your keys and stuff?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'll grab the remote for the gate as we go down. As we also do, I feel like I parked on the road, and then jumped the gate to come in.
Yes. Factual.
Fantastic. You guys are going to be going out for yourselves just to receive
It's just like a 5-minute walk.
for the actual clock for yourselves with that. You're going through onto the actual fashion structuring of
As
this.
we're walking out, I'm going to look back and go, Penny, quick pause. Wards. I'm going to close the door.
Yes.
You reset the wards just for safety's sake. You guys go out. Where are you guys going one more time?
So we're going down the street. I'm opening the gate. We're then going to the next rich person's house over, which is the address I gave them.
Why do I feel like you already
which
knew
is
they were
also-
on vacation, so there's nobody there?
Which is also the place where my car is parked. I never park immediately in front of Penny's place, and I never give her address.
Changing the note to Penny's neighbor.
Yep.
Yeah, why do I feel like you picked the neighbor that was like always on vacation, like is never home?
It's either that or it's the one who's like an 85-year-old man who is like mostly deaf and blind, but he's so rich, and it's just like...
But I feel like he's also
It's the
worst,
latter.
So, like, I feel like he's also like a shitty human being though, so like if anything
Yeah,
happens...
he's so racist.
Yeah, that, like everybody's like cool if anything happens to him. It's not one of those like, no.
He's got one of those like front lawn ornaments that is just like one of those like really out of taste, like, you know, black, what are those things, those like full black face freaking gnomes.
Can I pick the name? Because I used to
Of the gnome?
No, the man. The gnome is obviously Carl.
Oh god. Yes.
The guy's name is Carol. Because I used to work at a truck stop, and he was one of the worst motherfuckers there. And I was like,
Shout out to Carol.
Shout out to Carol.
You racist son of a bitch.
And very sexist. Very, very sexist.
The worst human being next door who's deaf and blind and very racist.
Yeah.
Carol Worthington.
Gets this.
He was oddly 6'3".
And the reason I knew that he was racist because he's old, he heard me talk once and just went off because he's like, the Irish don't belong here.
Oh, he's one of those.
Oh, no!
Literally, like the moment where you're like, I think he might have been in the war. I don't think he was on the right side.
I don't have to guess, but if I were to guess.
One of those Madison Square Garden folk, I see, back in, okay, yeah.
One of those people who might have went down to, like, Puerto Rico after the war first before moving in.
Okay. Fantastic.
So I just, I place it there, I'm like, is it okay for us to put it?
Oh no, we're gonna wait to... Well, you know what? It's a grandfather clock. If someone wants to steal this, fucking good for them. Let's head back.
That's fucking shit. It's heavy. But me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna go inside.
Yeah.
Chat
when
up.
we get that back up, it's the here, wards off.
Because I literally am like this.
When we're not in there with her, let the ward be on. If we're in there, then
I'm just like chilling,
And she opens the door and she's like, she doesn't even say hi. That's how obsessed she is.
I wish I was that brave to do all the things. Like, you did all the wards, and I was like, I'll do 5 rings, and now here we are.
Here we are. one broken grandfather clock later.
Yeah.
And yeah, she doesn't even say hi. She's just like, come and tell me which one you like best.
I push Gertie in as I walk in behind.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Grab my pillow and go to one of the couches and sit down.
And I'm like, where do you want me?
Just right here. And so she kind of like, the laptop is here, and she puts you in the chair in front of the laptop, like guides you, and she's kind of
on the dining table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right. So I was torn between this look and this look. And so both of them are rockabilly, Rosie the Riveter style, very high-end 50s greaser, not quite pinup girl, like not Olivia Newton-John in Grease, but like very like, so there's one outfit that's like denim jeans, like beautiful like dark wash navy with like rolled cuffs, and then like a black leather jacket, like a high end, like a Birks or like a Gucci, like
a $500, $700 number.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's huge, like leather. It's got like some studs. It's got like a bit of a chain, and then and then just like a sort of like t-shirt that's like black and white sort of stripes, and it's got like a red bandana, like kerchief tied around it.
Okay.
So like I was like something. I was thinking maybe like that, or because I know like the mechanics and everything. She shows you another one, and it's like tighter black leather pants, but they're very high rise, and then it is a button up sort of blouse, but it is designed to look like a mechanic's shirt, but like the feminine style, where it ties in the front. And this is what I was looking for pictures for. But it's those.
I'm actually really excited. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. So kind of like she finds something.
Remind me to go shopping with you, Sami.
Right? She finds something that kind of like looks a little bit like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like a button up like that, but you would sort of like tie it in the front, kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's
like,
good.
With like the leather pants, or like you could do it with denim, and like the whole sort of like rockabilly vibe. I mean, this one is bright pink. She wouldn't make you get a pink one, like you get a red one or a black one or like a navy one. And she's just really torn because she's like, I love the idea of like the button-up mechanic top because of the top shop, and it's like such a vibe, but I don't know if the button-up works with the leather jacket. I mean, you could do both. And then the other sort of look that
I actually don't know which one I like better.
Right? It's so hard. Good. There's even like, I found online like this little like sort of like, it looks like a denim jacket, like almost like what I'm wearing now. This is just the back of it. Yeah. But it looks like there's like kind of like a denim jacket that you could sort of like tie up. Oh, maybe they find something like that. That's like heavy, like black denim jacket that has like the stitching and embroidery and the like mechanic sort of look. But you can tie it in the front, and then we could just go with like a red or white, like plain t-shirt underneath, and then we could go with like black denim or blue denim or leather. Penny has so many ideas. She's having so much fun. She has not talked to another woman. Her best friend. Her best friend is a human man
who's married
with
kids
and has a 14-year-old son
and is a dude.
Yeah, and he is a psychologist, and he's a human, and he knows nothing about her. And like Penny loves hanging out with Declan. She appreciates Declan.
He has the
so
same
much.
10
clothes. He's the same 10 clothes.
See, I'm over here like,
I'm gonna walk over if I can.
You look at him and you wonder, has time passed? He makes you feel younger.
Yes.
I look over to Gertie and I'm just gonna kind of lean over and whisper in her ear and be like, just say to take them all because this is a rich person offering you a bunch of clothing and she hasn't asked for you to pay back. If you get it all, you can choose when it gets here. And I'm going to go back and sit back on the couch.
What do you think? Because there's also this one, and she shows you like a red, like a scarlet red sort of like button-up one, and she's just like engrossed, and she's having so much fun. And she's like, do you like any of these? I shouldn't ask you to pick if you don't like any of them.
Honestly, if I'm going to be do you want me to be completely transparent?
100%.
It's not bad, actually. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. Like, love Beverly. She punched me and also tried to put in her hookups clothes. So, which is great. No, it was great.
I could punch you if you wanted.
No, that's fine. I did call her an empowered whore. That's kind of my bad. But for the most part, like, yeah, no, she is. She's
high conflict.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. But yeah, I love it all. Whatever that you think that you want to put, like, these people the best. So, like, whatever outfits you want. I don't know if you want to give me just one outfit or multiple. I don't know how I'm going to pay you back, but
Oh, that's fine. Money is no object. We're dealing with the Camarilla here.
Penny,
instead of the clothes, can I get a new? No.
It might be easier, honestly, if you just order all of them and you can see what it looks like on her when it comes in tomorrow.
Penny has not, like, been able to, like, spoil anyone. Like, she
Yeah, because Declan, I feel, would actively say no.
No,
I'm over here, like, so conflicted of, like, I usually would say no, but also I'm like, I'm in a house with booby traps.
In a spooky house.
And the only people that I have to, like, make friends with and rely on just to make sure I don't, like, piss off or concern any of my people are, like, right in this room with me. So I'm over here, like, and anything you like, anything you want, I'll do it. But at the same time, I'm just like, fuck, this place is scary as shit.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other option we haven't considered yet. What if things go well? And what if you have to go back to Elysium again? 1 or 2 times. You probably will need 1 or 2 outfits. You're not.
Can't I use the same outfit?
You won't win the Camarilla's respect that way.
Gertie, even I have 10 t-shirts.
Yeah,
okay.
I got t-shirts of different stains.
Decided add to cart. She's like bought like everything she's shown you and that you've approved of. There's
It's
like
a $2,000 card.
The only thing I'm like, the only thing that I ask that I probably ask you to add, is different types of, like, as many, like, different red and black scarves, because you only add one, just like add one more. Or
I love that. That's
I just want to make sure, because if, like, I was, like, talking to Price, and he was talking to, like, he's like, anyway, it's a whole story.
8 scarves at that were in the backup on the my list save of, like, maybe, and now they're all in.
And I'm like, apparently, like, fashion things, and he was talking to somebody anyways, and then, like, Beverly, everyone was talking, and what I heard when I was drinking, like, a few
As she's saying this, 4 more are added, 3 different patterns.
It's that people should have, like, a statement piece. Is that what that's called? Something that they're known for? And, like, leather jacket, but if you do a jean jacket, so you're actually getting me to think for once, jean jacket, then the leather jacket wouldn't be my thing, but something that I always rely on is my bandanas, as you can see. So, like,
of course. Yeah.
I think the scarf turned bandana would really be a thing.
Absolutely. She gets you like 4 or 5 like different like red scarves. Like some of them have like rose patterns. There's like one with skulls. There's like a black one that's really nice, and it's got like, it's plain black, but just the corner of it is like embroidered with like a little like skull with a rose around it. There's one with like a pistol on it. And she's like, have you ever tried navy? How do you feel about navy? It's not quite as dark as black, and it doesn't hide blood quite as good as red, but I feel like navy would really work.
Black, red, and navy. What do you think? Is that a... No.
One of each.
You know what?
One of each.
I want to add one design personally, because I'm on this. I don't know if this is a good design. Please don't make this scarf, people, if it's not. But the idea of like a scarf that wraps around, it's got like kind of like 4 like kind of frayed corners kind of thing. So basically you wrap it and then you can crisscross the things to kind of raise this elevation. Like the idea of creating this raised, elevated, like kind of central chest piece with a design that folds in. I think that could be something. I don't know.
Kind of like an ascot.
Yeah, it's like a less complicated ascot kind of thing, and just like turning over and folding and creating this cool image that could be there. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope.
Thank you.
That'd be like, yeah. I think that'd be like, if I would have my second time I'd use that. The first establish. Yeah, like I said, if coming back for this, I like it.
I just really want you to love it because I'd love it.
You know what? Leather, like, you're riding motorcycles. You need something that's going to cut down on the wind. The denim, I love it as a staple piece. But I also, like, you probably wouldn't wear them together. But we can't not get you, like, a nice leather jacket.
Do you mind just see that one scarf? Because I'm kind of, like, intrigued. That one, it has, like, a little embroidered, like, bulldog in the corner. Can you add that one to the cart?
Add it.
$3,000.
Penny, if you're doing it anyway, could you throw in a suit jacket, maybe a pair of pants? I feel like I need to look.
He has to get his measurements taken, right? Do you have his measurements?
I take a piece of paper and just hand it to her.
It's in your wallet.
100%. I have papers in my wallet of
Penny,
things that I need.
what does it feel like to have friends?
This is so fulfilling. She is just absolutely delighted. She's like, and Declan is playing too! Amazing. And she goes in and she's like, well, what do you think? Do you want something that's very sleek and modern, or do we want to go for something that's like a little bit more like a 50s mafioso vibe? Do we like pinstripes? Do we like double breast, single breast? What do you think? And she's like showing him pictures. Like,
if
as
it's a
she's going.
suit, it should impress the Capricorns. No.
Yeah. I have a red tie. Whatever looks best with that.
Fantastic.
How old is the red tie?
I bought it literally like, when did we go shopping last?
Oh, that would have been
At Valley Village, but
before Valley Village, probably 6 months ago.
about 6 months.
That's out of style.
I mean,
what are the canaries gonna think? You know,
it is polyester. It is polyester, and so if
If you get me one suit outfit, that's fine. One full jacket, button up, tie. I feel like it needs to be red.
With the little
pocket square.
You know,
The grandfather
wear-
clock is picked up and taken away.
about that thing at that point. Honestly, I'm like, should we go as like a group? If he's doing red, I'm doing red. Then obviously a red and black. Maybe like you should wear red and black too. Is that a thing?
I walk over to Penny's room. I bring Gertie. I open the closet.
No,
to
I don't
all
go
of the
near-
red and black.
Is the bedroom warded?
She said that only getting out or into.
But she also said around her room too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I will
Like,
just
you
say
go
for the
out-
sake of
Yeah.
this, because I do like this
I
idea,
instantly have
just
to go.
please,
I'll grab both of them then.
And just be
and
like,
be like,
come. And
as you
I'm
do
like,
that, I need
oh,
you.
we're going to my closet.
I want
now.
you to please roll because I want this to be real. Let me
Yeah.
just look quickly because I want to. Jesus Christ.
And then
This is when we're like,
character.
oh yeah, we're just people just doing this. Reality. Let's just see. I want you to please make a.
instantly I was like, no. I'd be like, that room.
This is
I'm
gonna
like, I don't go
be-
to any new room.
Let's see. There we go.
Without-
Here we go.
The pots.
We're just gonna do a. This is gonna be a quick improv. It might change, but we'll see. So I just need you to make. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be. I'm gonna say this is gonna be. First, you have to make this roll. You have to make the roll here, Penny, and you have to make a willpower roll here. So you roll all your willpower. So what you do is you're gonna roll an intelligence plus. I think I just have to see what it is for kindred because it is for kindred. It would be because this can be set for spirits. There we go. It's gonna be your intelligence plus 4.
Perfect. Okay.
Because what's your intelligence again?
3.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, that is 2 successes.
Great. Oh no!
No,
So
the 6, not 0.
oh.
6.
Oh, I see. I was like, what the
like,
hell?
wow.
That's the Proud Boy symbol, my dude.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, 6.
So Dave,
Great.
you actually
You
don't
are
succeed
able
on
to
it.
go through and you don't even feel the throbbing sensation that would permeate and punctuate your mind, your dead brain. You go outside of those space and you kind of freak out and panic, and Declan walks in totally fine, and you're like,
Oh, that's...
I think if that's the case, I go alone. I just open the closet, take my phone, walk back out, and just go all reds and blacks. And there's like a couple colors in there too, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's basically her entire wardrobe already.
But it should match the vibe.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, red and black. Like she is going to get herself a new outfit. That's why I chose red and black, because I know that's what she's probably going to go for.
Oh, that's why she got so excited when I said red.
Yes. I delete it. I go to my deleted photos and I delete that. I clear the deleted thing.
so here's what I'm going to say for the sake of this, because I want to stay here forever. I don't want to leave.
Makeover.
For the sake of it, and we can start up in the description in terms of everything for our next session, but to end this one, I just want to say, you are dumping a lot of cash all at once on this.
Yes.
So what I want to do here is this.
Yes.
I will let you spend one of your resource dots, like scrub that dot as like dropping in a whole bunch of cash for this order. It will be like you're gonna be fast shipping order, getting this all done, and have it sent so that it will be able to be. Do you have it personally sent, or like is it a pickup for you?
PO box.
I think it's, maybe personally sent, maybe a PO box.
Okay, you can have it sent over, no problem, to an actual like that way for you to personally be able to get it.
Yeah.
In that case, what will happen is, I'm trying to think for you, because you're just kind of getting a suit. You're the one who's getting a lot of the work on. For Gertie,
Like a 3-piece, you know, that like the so he can hide some of this stuff and like his guns and everything better.
yeah, I will. You know what? I'll be fair on this. If you spend the one resource dot while you two are wearing these outfits at Elysium, you can make these notes. You will automatically have an extra die added to etiquette for yourselves. But only in those. So if you're wearing the outfit in the cases of like Elysium or any kind of like those kind of like high dignitary kind of spaces like that, like any kind of like sacred space that is like a Camarilla space, you will be able to add one die to etiquette. Because it's not just wearing the clothes, it's the person that, you got that.
Yeah.
It's the person, it's the lick that wears the clothes. So if you're willing to do that.
Yes.
So go ahead, you can erase that, be able to get it.
Thank you.
Of course. Absolutely.
As Penny, you place the order. 2 people here, 2 kindred friends, kind of in this moment, in your creepy old house.
To be honest, I want to say without like the fact that we're all like together and like goofing off, that's probably the liveliest that house has ever experienced.
Truly.
Also, knowing that I'm there, there's also a very light, my one headphone in with my tape recorder. So because it's so quiet, you can probably hear a little bit of like Rage Against the Machine playing super quietly.
The echoing of your home for one of the first times ever is subsided with actual conversation, investment, and ironically, liveliness from this motley crew. And that is where we're going to end our session today. Thank you all so very much for joining us here for yegVMP and for being here with Novice DMing. You guys were fantastic for the session. Hey, it feels good to be kind of coming back in the swing of things. Yeah, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We look forward to seeing you guys again. And until then, take care, everybody.